everyone. Apparently, according to the view there, everybody just saw me sit down. I'm not quite sure.
No, they didn't, because this hasn't gone right yet. You are live, though.
Apparently, I am live. Hello, everyone. You weren't expecting me for another 6 minutes, were you now? Oh. So, how is everybody doing in this lockdown Sunday? This must be the second Sunday that we've had under this lockdown, and I do hope that you're all coping really, really well. And today, as we said before, we're going to be having a shunters and brake van special. At least that's the challenge that I've put out to you guys for your videos. I actually realised that whilst I've done all shunters up here, I haven't done, that's the cupboard monkey by the way, I haven't actually set up any of the brake vans apart from one. I've got one brake van just going around just there.
Do you need a drinky pulse?
Yes, I will. I have beer in the fridge. Dr. Beer o'clock. So, how are you all doing? Let's have a look. I'm just reading some of the comments. So, Robert Cesare, hello to you. Josh's Train Room, Belmont Junction, New Mills Model Railway, Minnie Wistaston Junction, hi to you. Leslie Gilpin, hi guys. Network Noobs, hi Auntie Jenny. That'll be one of my nephews. A big hello to you. I suspect that is Zach. Lakota Theorauf, I was born ready. It was the part I was born to play, baby. Ed Toll, hi to you. Yes, I am well, thank you. Minnie Wistaston Junction. Adams Railway, hi to you. James Moody, looking forward to seeing some quality inspiration this evening. Been working on my lockdown layout today. Glue is currently drying on part of the Phase 1 baseboard frame. And that's it, isn't it? It is such a great opportunity in some respects. And, I know the circumstances are a bit... but it's a great opportunity to do a lot of modelling and, any hobby. Because we've got to avoid this lockdown, cabin fever, stir craziness that can creep in. And it's one of the reasons that I've just actually today filmed a video for Hornby for their YouTube channel. So look out for that when it comes. I need to send them the footage tonight. I don't know when they're going to put that out, but it really just a case of let's keep it creative. Now, the cupboard monkey has, for some reason, brought up one of the Jenny Monday Club mugs.
A merch mug.
Yeah, a merch mug.
Tell them all about the new design.
Yeah, and also t-shirts. Now, I know Angus is trained, so I'm not sure that Angus's trains is in just yet. But Angus has been banging on at me for ages, wanting the t-shirts, and we're finally on the verge of having some t-shirts. I'm just going to shuffle a bit closer. I feel like I'm really far away there. We also have some of your videos that you've submitted, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some of those. Once the cupboard monkey has finished the collation, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up and then we're going to launch into some of your videos. But let's have a look at some more of the comments. Skipsy Trains, hi to you. Deltic Junction, James. Josh's Train Room, Bob Patterson. We're getting a great bunch of people in. Mike O'Brien, Lakota Terrific. Oh, Wardle Road, good afternoon to you. Leslie Gilpin, hi Jenny and Zoe, must be hot up there. No, it isn't, because insulation does work both ways. And it's one of the important things when you do a loft conversion, make sure you've got proper insulation in, because not only will it keep it warm in winter, but it keeps it cooler in summer because it's reflecting the heat back. So effectively, it's insulating you on the inside from the heat being generated by the tiles. The Bear UK1, hi from Canada. Hi to you, great to have you on board. Tony Hume, hi there. Andrew Cummins, Mark McDade, Elton Loveridge, Norman Rowe. Wardle Road says cabin fever has hit hard, Jenny. I know it has for a lot of people, and it's one of the reasons that I think this could actually be a reference to the upside. What on earth was that noise? Just give me one moment. Headphones. I'm going to turn the headphones off. I think that was feedback, but. That's strange. What was buzzing down there? I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Right. Yeah, it might be a reference to, yeah, that's where it was, the Upside Down train. And that was just a little bit of fun, based around the DCC Concepts power base that I was given when I went to DCC Concepts up in Settle, and I laid that track, so we got it there, and it does work really well. Let me grab the applicable locomotive. So, do mind my big fat belly, if indeed that is what is on show. Oh yes. So, just to prove to you that under everyday conditions, there we go. Can we see that? Yes, we can. The locomotive does stick to the track quite nicely. I have had to modify it to do that just a little bit, so we are going a little bit outside the box, as it were. Let me just put that down out of the way. And I'm sure that people will be asking what the shunters are that I've got going around. Every locomotive is a smaller shunting type locomotive, although actually the N7 did run proper trains in their own right. They were a little bit more than a shunter. I think the J50s as well. So we've got two J50s going around. Both of these are Hornby ones in London and North Eastern Railway livery. Matched pair of those. Then we've got the W4 Peckett Special. And there are 4 W4 Pecketts on the head of that train. So we've got the Works Leaf Green as Dodo. We've got Huntley and Palmer's Locomotive C and Locomotive D. And then we've got Manchester Ship Canal number 11. As I said before, the N7, actually the K85, I think it is, in Great Eastern Railway grey. It always looks a bit more like photographic grey to me. And then we've, last but not least, we've got a Class 8. The Gronk is going round on the topmost level, and this is actually a sound fitted one, but I've turned the sound off. It's a Hornby Super Detail one, and that's the locomotives that we've got going round. So I'm going to hurry up and get me off screen so you can see more of the model if the cameras want to work. There we go. Oh, we just missed that train actually. So let's have a hunt around. Yeah, that's always a good shot. What else has been going on? Right, other news, you may have seen that there's some Hornby products that are shortly going to be in country, and I've not seen any word about the Stephenson's rocket. I know I do get asked an awful lot, but Adams Railway says, I like the My Railway, My Rules t-shirt design. I believe that's the Cupboard Monkey must have been sharing that around. Thank you very much for that. I hope that people like it, and hopefully once we get that up on Teespring, hopefully people will be able to get hold of that. What I would say is I think that the Cupboard Monkey is going to restrict colour options for the t-shirt. Now the reason for this is because it looks horrible with certain colours, because if you pick a background colour the same as some of the colours used in the logo disappears into the t-shirt, so to speak. So hopefully that is going to be available by the end of today maybe, and we'll see how things are going. Also, big thank you to all the people who've been getting the Jenny Monday Club from the Teespring shop. This is Diet Coke, by the way. I don't know why I'm showing this to a camera that's not switched on. I'm drinking Diet Coke at the moment, but I do have a bottle of Czech lager going on. FMR Station House, good evening to you. Congratulations on the 500 subs. Richard Swiderski, hi Jenny and Zoe, hope you're keeping well. Pretty good, thank you. And yeah, the Gamerhammer Classic Gaming, aka the Cupboard Monkey, definitely very much appreciated. Let's have a look. Norman Rose says giant wasp. Oh, that weird noise. I think it was a buzzing from the speakers. So hopefully, sorted that out. David Long says, hi Jenny, have you seen Michael Smith Lakeside layout? Yeah, I've seen Lakeside. I do follow Lakeside. Ronald Moritz says, hi Jenny. Ron Stanbridge, evening to you. Oops. Let's have a look. Mike O'Brien, who's been on the beans? Yeah, they're weird. Weird noise. I think it was just some static going through the speakers and possibly a little bit of feedback. FMR station, be right back. Going to set up in the small room. Groove-tastic. King Fox Junction, hi to you. Christopher Bolivar, hi to you as well. Paul Higgins, Anfield Road layout in the loft, hi. Lochvath train video, hello from the south of France. How are you all doing down there? At least you've got slightly warmer weather than us, although it's a bit moot really, given that we can't really go out and enjoy it, which is an awful shame. So until the Cupboard Monkey gets back with the videos that you guys have been sending in, we're going to put up a few shots of Weir Yard running, and just at the back there, those are the two J50s going around, both Hornby models. You may remember these from the video that I did, I think it was last week. At the moment, the J50, the Hornby J50, is on sale at a lot of places, and actually some people have been able to get it for an even lower price than I was finding. I think Kernow Model Centre, was mentioned at around £55, and that is an amazingly good price for the J50. So if you haven't already got one, I can well recommend them. There's currently 3 different liveries out there and available. BR Early Crest Black, BR Late Crest Black, but with a departmental number, and also LNER Plain Black. And they have been available in the past in a number of liveries on the same theme, although the LNER one was lined with red, which I personally prefer. And we've got both the lined and unlined LNER J50s going round. Let's have a look. I'm just going to... Oh, Flymo Chairman, hi to you. Stephen Hume, hi to you. Tony Wright, hi to you. Will Watson, Mark Wilson, Norman Rowe. I think Tim J.D. Dowd, it's all looking good. I think, yeah, there we are, up to date. And hello, Combat Bunny. Don't forget as well that if you want to help me continue to make videos that you want to see in these troubled times, you can also check me out over on Patreon, and also buy my books through Amazon. So now we've got the commercial foo out of the way. Chris Whittingham, yeah, we are all pretty good here, and I hope I find you all well. I'm guessing a lot of you have been doing a lot of model railway related stuff, and it is one of the positives we can take away from this, that at least we're getting round to, or at least we've got the time to get round to a lot of those little jobs that I'm guessing that we've all been putting off on our models. And I've certainly, I've been doing a few things like learning weathering skills. So you're going to see some updates in that vein. I wanted to share easy weathering, not needing an airbrush. I don't own an airbrush. I'm not a big fan of airbrushes myself. I think they're very good for making a mess more than anything else. FMR Station House, thank you Jenny, we are so over the moon. We got to 500. It's absolutely grand. What you'll find is that as the higher and higher you go, the faster they do come in. As long as you keep up that content, then all will be well. Right. Oh yes, Flymo Chairman 1, absolutely right. Don't forget to tickle the like button, and also share the video too. I'm guessing a lot of people, one of the things I've noticed is with the cabin fever setting in, I guess the sensible people are actually having a barbecue in the back garden with family, not going out and mingling. And the not so sensible people have been out causing trouble in groups elsewhere. We've got to keep this lockdown going, otherwise it's not going to work. I do particularly like that angle. It's the roving cam, and you'll see there, I'm very proud actually, you'll see them in an upcoming video, but those 21-ton hopper wagons that are trundling, well, they've just finished trundling past that camera, are something that I'm particularly proud of. It has to be said, I've been doing some work and some videos with those, so do look out for those. Barnabas Junction, big hello to you. FMR, congrats on winning Class 47 Peter competition. That must be one that has passed me by. What competition was that? Ali Chat, hi to you. Yeah, class 47 Peter. Norman Rose says, I like that angle. Thank you very much. That's the we call it the roving camera. So let's just see. Can I find? Oh, we've had that angle. So no. That was one weird noise. We've got. Just give me a moment. I need to go and. Oh. I don't know what was going on there. Let me just. I think it's getting feedback through some of the speakers, but I'm not entirely sure what exactly is doing that. Yeah, it's a mystery to me as well. Big hello to Luke Alford, first time viewer. It's great to see you. Don't forget to tell everybody you know that we're doing these live virtual model railway exhibitions. It's a chance to kick back, relax, come for the trains, I always say, stay for the chat. And it's a great little community on YouTube. And, you know, you don't have to feel alone in this isolation period. I know a lot of people do live on their own for whatever reason. And it does start to get into the cabin fever, stir craziness. So we're always here to help. We did put out the live stream program guide. I thought it was really important to try and collate some of those. So on my web page, I'm sure somebody will. So Norman Rose says, "Did you touch a track?" No, I didn't actually. But I think I've just turned the volume right down on the speakers. And I think what it was is a bit of static or a loose connection in the cable going from one speaker to the other is the cause of that noise. So I've turned the volume right down on those, and so pretty much hopefully we won't get that weird noise again. Luke Alford says, I got told by my friend people are sharing. Excellent. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to hear. I think, you know, this is the antidote to self-isolation. You don't have to be alone. We can come, we can watch some trains, and once the covered monkey has got them collated, we are a bit last minute Charlies again. We're going to move on into showing some of your videos. We put out the call last week, and actually we've got an awful lot through, and the email address to send URL links to your videos of your model railway is Zoe, spelt Z-O-E, at zoerobinson.com. And they'll arrive too late for this week, but certainly we'll be doing the live virtual model railway exhibition next week, and hopefully that will mean that you'll be able to get on then. We haven't really decided on a theme per se, but you know, you don't have to stick rigidly to the theme. Just as a suggestion, I'd suggested shunters and brake vans, but it can be anything at all. And it doesn't matter if your layout is in the form of construction or finished or whatever stage it's at. It's always great to see layouts that are under construction as much as anything else. I think that there's often a lot to be learned from looking at how people construct layouts. I think that's always really, really great. Tinkercad, I'm presuming that that's a layout building software. Will Watson says, hi O'Neill, love your channel, and this is great as well. If everybody is happy to, you can pimp your channel the once. I always say that. Don't keep spamming the comments, but I'm always happy for people to mention their channel. So it's pretty relaxed here, and people can, you know, say which channel you've got, what sort of content you've got.
I think that's on screen at the moment.
What have I done?
One of your screens you've got doesn't have the chat on it.
Weird, it should do, because if you go to it, it shows it on the side. So basically, oh, I like that version. She just put studio mode up. I think it is just roving cam. The one underneath it. Oh. Oh, that's what the problem is.
That's what they're seeing on screen now.
Excellent. So what we need is two. Apparently the hotkeys don't work.
They don't. I put it into studio mode so I could sort out what was going on screen. If you take it out of studio mode.
Yeah, because everybody's just looking.
That looks brilliant.
I know it does, but there's no train there.
There's no choo-choos.
No choo-choo. Right, what else we got in the comment? Gosh, there is an awful lot of... Tinkercad is a CAD design software for 3D printing.
Our soap smells weird.
I'm sure everybody really needed to hear that, Cupboard Monkey. Yeah. Why have we got black screen?
Because you changed to a one that isn't loading.
This is the same issue that we do get from time to time. Let's go back to that really good shot that I like. So, there's a train coming, basically.
Here comes the Gronk, yeah!
And somebody asked, is that a Class 9? Flymo Chairman 1. No, that is actually a Class 8.
It's a Gronky Gronk.
Hornby Super Detail Class 8 in Intercity livery with 21-ton Hornby hoppers. Those are actually Hornby hoppers, but I've done a full-on weathering job
They've
on
had
those.
the Jenny mix on them, haven't they?
Wardle Road says, Jason, once this over, we'll have to pay another visit. Definitely. I think we've all got to do a lot of visiting, and I think there'll be a lot of people desperate to get
Jenny's going on tour.
Am I?
I
should do, actually. I should get out there and guest on people's things. Yes, even if you don't ask me, I will be there, pouring myself in through your vents.
If you see Jenny Kirk, do not approach her.
Yeah, the Growler Blackwood N-Gauge layout. Dave Class 47 has a superb competition. You have to find a miniature figure which appears in 6 out of 35 short running clips. Great OO prizes. Check out his YouTube channel. Oh, brilliant. That is actually quite a good idea. Tim JD Dowd says, yeah, he has over 25 prizes to give away. Excellent. Let's have a look. Lucas, OMG, can anyone recommend a good website for cheaper model railway stuff apart from eBay and Amazon? Yeah, I think somebody's actually said Rails of Sheffield. Yeah, Combat Bunny's posted a link. It's a case of have a look through the bargain section. Just have a really good look through. What's wrong? You've left me with a view on screen that isn't actually showing any trains.
I know, because I'm getting ready for the video stuff. Right,
so what we're doing at the moment is the Cupboard Monkey is just... yeah, that'll do.
Are any of the cameras working? Yes, they are. Leave it.
No, but this is... Hello, I wasn't expecting to be on screen. But that's the Cupboard Monkey. So what we're going to do now is we are going to try and queue up some of your videos that you've been sending in to Zoe at zoerobinson.com. And been looking forward to this, actually. I know a lot of people have as well. In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button. Also share this stream. Let people know that we are live and dangerous at the moment. And it's always great to have your company. And today's chocolate comes from Milka Bar. We found these in the local Heron Foods whilst shopping for essentials. And yeah, we're women. It's chocolate is essential. But, obviously we went for like milk and stuff. Which is still happily in the fridge, because chocolate! It is an awkward number of squares here too.
Well, you have the larger of the halves. Because you're the one that's on screen.
Okay. Oops. So, I've just got chocolate. Nothing worse than having chocolate in your pants. We're not in your pants, on your pants. You know what I mean. Apparently you don't.
I don't know if you know what you mean.
No. Oh, that is nice. Yours is the pile closest to you, Cupboard Monkey.
A pile, eh? Oh. Yeah. Nice.
McBenman 1, hi to you. Kevin George says, afternoon, Earthlings. Nanu! Oh, no, wrong franchise. Live long and prosper.
Klaatu Barato Nikto.
Ufavu. I like transport. Gronk! Yes, we have a Gronk-tasticness going round. Yeah, that is actually one of my favourite shots. Wardle Road says, Jenny, me and my girlfriend are house hunting at the moment. You're more than welcome once I have something set up. No worries, that'd be grand actually.
How are you hunting it? Is it with a big net?
Yeah, a big net and a blunderbuss. Here, housey, housey, housey. What do you use for bait? Curtains. It's like, ooh, curtains. And the houses are like, ooh, oh no, we've been hunted.
Are you finished?
No.
Are you sure?
A lot of people are liking that view. Let me just try and bring it up again. There we go. And it's one of the things you can do if you get cameras like nice and deep and dirty into your model like that. You can get some really great views, and they don't have to be built in. That camera, if I grab hold of it, is just sort of placed here, and we can just see that train disappearing off.
When I move the camera, you tell me off, making people sick.
Yes,
it's not
but
fair.
You see, I do it very carefully. Right, are we close to?
No.
Seem to have lost some cameras, which is annoying. There we go. Just as all the trains go and hide. Copper Hill Junction Model Railway, a big hello to you. FMR Station House, here's a plug for my channel, and I can only plug once, but we have 3 layouts we are working on: OO gauge, N gauge and N scale. What's the difference between N gauge and N scale? Also running a competition at the moment as we reached 500 subs. Excellent. Brockwell Lane, big hello to you. Manthony 1956, hi Jenny and Zoe, hi to you. Sorry I'm late. Oh, do not worry. Was busy with live church services, retired, but my radio experience comes to rescue in times of need. By the way, how's the Audi? You haven't mentioned it much lately. Probably because it's a Volvo, but it's off the road at the moment, actually. I took it off the road. It's just still sat there on the drive, and actually I pumped the tyres up just this morning, actually. Just a little bit of exercise.
Pump the tyres, pump them up.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's unwise to let your tyres go completely flat, because the rims then press into them and they can be damaged. Plus, it makes it very difficult to actually pump them back up again. Ali Chat says snafu. Leslie Gilpin. Oh yeah, in WA. Where is WA? WA. Which state is WA?
Washington.
Is that Washington? Just north of Oregon. Adams Railway. I put up a new video this morning if anyone wants to check it out later. It's just everything just... there we are. Combat Bunny, thank you for sharing that link. Stephen Cameron, hi Jenny and Zoe, I hope you're both safe and well. Better days are coming. Indeed they are. We just have to get through this and then all will be fine. How are we coming, Cupboard Monkey?
I'm getting there. I didn't have time to do this earlier on because I was drawing that t-shirt design for you.
Oh, okay. Ali Chat, you are absolutely right. Chocolate is totally essential. Leslie Gilpin. Milk and chocolate is great. Love the mixed milk and white in the caramel centre. It is wonderful. Oh, sorry, I've got a mouthful of chocolate. I first discovered Milka chocolate whilst I was out in Bonn for a few weeks in Germany. And it was quite a revelation, considering at the time over here there wasn't that much choice in chocolate varieties. And to go into Kaufhof and find something like 30 different flavours of Milka, it was just magic. And there's still flavours of Milka which I've never seen sold over here, but it is getting better and better. But I do love Milka chocolate.
Yeah, but some of the flavours are weird.
Kevin George says, can't get drunk on chocolate.
Yes,
Challenge accepted.
Chocolate liqueurs.
Norman Rose says, I went shopping this morning, mask and all. I had to pick up 2 boxes of ginger snaps. My advice. Steve's Trains UK. Hi Jenny, thanks for recommending the K3. I've just had it running today on my layout and I'm well pleased with it. That is actually a pretty good one as well. Over on Rails of Sheffield, they've got the Bachmann K3 for I'm trying to remember whether it was $79.50 or $89.50. I can't remember which, but certainly it's a good price either way. And they have it in the LNER livery or the BR Early Crest Black livery. So you do get a lot of great choice there. Let's get that great angle up again whilst we're waiting for the cupboard monkey to come up with the goods. That is a great angle. It's just in danger of ruining it. There.
What have you done?
I'm just moving the camera a bit. Ooh.
You're ruining stuff again.
Ooh. I must admit that is a really great angle. So let's go back to. There we go. Right.
Left.
Barnabas Junction. Sorry if already answered. What is your tipple of choice today, Jenny? I'm enjoying a large glass of Baileys right now. Actually, Baileys is quite nice. The thing about Baileys is you can add little bits and pieces into it. Baileys with creme de menthe is quite nice. Not, don't go wild with the creme de menthe, but then you get sort of like a nice like a minty aftertaste. But I'm actually drinking Staropramen lager from Prague. I think it's lager or beer. Let's have a look at what it says.
Prague.
Beer. Although it's brewed in the UK, but yes, Staropramen Premium, 5% alcohol, and I'm going to take one for the team and make sure it's all right. Malty, or should I say hoppy? Not sure whether it's malty or hoppy.
Are you happy that it's hot?
Copperhill Junction Model Railway lost my modelling mojo at the end of January. Got it back this week. Woohoo! So hopefully be getting a couple of videos out before the end of the month. Excellent. Ron Stanbridge says, new video on my channel, YouTube, Stanbridge, Ford, Spensley Junction, Steam in the Garden, OO sound. Thank you, Jenny. You're absolutely welcome. Norman Rowe says, yeah, flat tyres. They're only flat on the bottom. Unfortunately, I find it's very difficult to get the flat bit off the bottom. It just won't go round. WA. Leslie Gilpin says it's actually Western Australia. We were way out on the wrong side of the world. FMR Station House. N scale is 1 to 160 and is a little bit bigger, not much. And USA Loco scale and N gauge is 1 to 148 scale in UK stock. Right, I'm with you. The Growler Blackwood N gauge layout. Love the current shot. Excuse me. We're starting to find some great shots up here. Excuse me. Oh God, there's a lot of gas in that bit.
You're getting very uncouth. Very uncouth.
Uncouth youth. So actually, there's a lot of great shots that we're just kind of finding at the moment. We sort of missed all the trains on that one. Let's go back to that shot because I know the Peckett W4s are just about to go through. I've got 4 of these quadruple heading on this train, and you may be asking, aha, Jenny, so on the Gauge Master Prodigy Express, how did you manage to set up such a double heading? Well, quadruple heading. And the answer is quite simple. I reprogrammed all of the locomotives to the same ID, and they're just running, they're all responding to the same control. They're not double-headed or quadruple-headed at all. They're just all happen to be running in exactly the same direction at exactly the same speed as what's going on there. The same with the J50s, but I've not had a lot of luck with double heading on the Prodigy Express, it has to be said. Tony Wright says, love the livery on the Gronk. Thank you very much. It's one of my favourites. I do love Intercity livery with the red, white and grey. I think it's Intercity Executive or Intercity Swallow. I think they're both pretty much the same. But yeah, definitely one of my favourites. Hi to you, J94. King Fox Junction, done the roads yesterday and they turned out blue instead of grey, but happy with it. Ali Chats, yeah, a bit like HO versus OO. Replying to FM Station House. Robert Ward says, what? No TARDIS? There is a TARDIS, you'll just have to look out for it. It's in its usual
defending
spot.
time and space.
Ronald Morritt says, impressive rake of tankers, Jen, on the Oxford N7. Thank you very much. It's the usual train of tankers that we had going around last week, but the Oxford Rail N7 has a lot of weight to it. Right, yeah, it's Flymo Chairman 1 and Norman Rowan, Tim J.D. Dowd, quadruple packets. Boom! As I said before, I treated a little bit. Manthony 1956 says, sorry about that error. I remember because one son had an Audi A6, the other a Volvo S40. Now, if I remember, they have a Nissan and Toyota. I am just hoping that you will do more car repair videos. Maybe I will, actually.
It's alright, I'll drive the car, then you can repair it.
McBenman1 says, I sent photos, not videos, by mistake. Can you still show them?
Yeah.
Apparently we can, so once the cupboard monkey has sorted this out.
Okay, I think I've got it. If I've missed any, I'm really sorry, because but I think I've got them all.
Benson the Biohack says, raw! Adams Railway does 4 times W4 packets make www16. That sounds like a very, very long email address, doesn't it?
No. Sounds like a website address.
Website.
Is this my jockey or yours?
Yours is the one that there.
Ah, there it is. Thank you.
Isn't it? Isn't it? That's quite nice. So we're scoffing chocolate now. So, Cupboard Monkey, are we all ready to show the viewers their submissions?
Some stoofs.
So, be advised that narrow gauge, things like SM32, they have slightly coarser wheel flanges, so you'll have to be a bit careful on things like point work.
Okay, shall we show that picture?
Yeah, right. So, let's see now.
This is from McBenman 1.
This is the picture that McBenman 1 has sent.
It's the only picture that he sent through, unfortunately. It's the only one I've got that came through.
But these are interesting brake vents. The one on the right, is that it's not a Mamod brake vent, is it? Or a roundhouse, something like that?
I didn't notice when I first checked the images. They're different scales, aren't they?
The two on the right appear to be narrow gauge, I would guess at SN32. And the one on the left, I would guess, is possibly 00. That would be my guess. So yeah, they all appear to be... certainly the two on the left, I think, are they scratch built? Let me just... CSX Rensville says no sound.
Oh, fuck.
What's just happened?
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Why is there no sound? There should be sound, because the marks... It's coming through that.
Are we still getting no sound? Buzzing, no sound.
Oh, right.
And apparently now sound's back.
Right, okay, let's...
Do you know what's...
No, but I've got to try and find out on the stream what happened there. I've just got to... Give me a moment.
We just got to test here, because that has us foxed as well.
It shouldn't have changed. I've got the microphone set up and I can see the sound coming through. So, I've got to try something out now. Right, can I borrow that?
Okay.
No, I need the sound.
Oh, right, the cupboard monkey's just going to check what's going on. So, yeah, you're going to have to wind it back a bit.
I can hear...
I wonder if it...
We're on screen and the sound's there. Who's saying there's no sound?
No, further back. We are a bit mystified, actually. It's just buzzing.
Right.
Do you know any idea what might have caused that?
Yeah, we can't show things until I sort this out, basically. Right. It's on these ones, isn't it?
I don't know. Has it been doing that every single... narrow gauge, things like SM32, they have slightly coarser wheel flanges, so you have to be a bit careful on things like pipe work. Interesting. Brown one is Hornby O gauge. Interesting. So the brown one is Hornby O gauge. So the other two would be what, 45mm. Norman Rose says we're okay now. We're not sure what's happened.
I'm checking all of the things, and the microphone is set on every single one of them.
I can only think. I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But shall we try for another video?
Yeah, the video should work. There's nothing here that's yeah. I mean, the microphone is on every single one. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Should we try a video and then see what happens?
Yeah. This is the one that caused the problem. So I've jumped to this, but the microphone is on. And then there's this one, which also the microphone is on. So I just don't get it. I really don't. So I'm just going to... This is the one that caused the problem. So I've jumped to this, but the microphone is on.
But it's not showing the picture on that.
No. And then there's this one, which also...
We're going to get there in the end.
So, but this is the one that...
I wonder if it's connected to the buzzing that I heard earlier on.
I don't know. I really don't.
Oh, I wonder, is it a loose connection on the power?
Well, the lights are on, so...
They are now.
They were on before.
I don't know, but we could have missed something.
You've broken it while I was...
No, I did. I always
You touched it. You blamed me last time.
You breathed near it. That's the
You
problem.
blamed me last time,
No, but
so
it
I'm
was
blaming you
last
this time.
It was your fault.
Here, take this.
It was your fault.
You can tell we got cabin fever, can't we? Oh my goodness. So what were we saying about this photo from McBenman?
I'm just looking back for McBenman one's comments on the all O gauge. The one on the right is Mamod. So I guessed correctly, actually. The one on the right.
Well
was
done.
So thank you for sending those through, and that fits with the brake van challenging sort of theme that we said. And actually, I need to track myself down a Mamod brake van.
You need to track yourself down. Aren't you already here?
Right. So is
No.
right, the cupboard monkey is just sorting out.
I am. I'm setting up. So, trying to get this as quick as possible. Deltic
So this
Junction.
is Deltic Junction, and let's take a look and see what you got for us. Depot work. So I've got a lot going on there. I quite like the. Is it a 33 or
Nice
a
sense of depth.
27 with?
While you're on with this, I'm going to go and get some Coke from the shop. Do you need anyone?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I like
this is
the
my one time out
the
today.
33. Fear my ability to almost guess correctly. So there's a lot of work going on the shed, and I do like this for the depth of detail. Fred looks in toolbox whilst George has a break. And sometimes it's a really great thing you can do with older locomotives is you can turn them into items of specific scenic detail. Got the Class 20 there. Is that a Bachmann? Ooh, nice. And the Hornby VEA van. I know Bachmann have announced retooling, tooling up a new VEA, but it's one of the many things that we're yet to see. So this beer is very gassy. So we've got a good depth there, and I do particularly like the way you've done that kind of rocky outcrop. And is that the weathered up set of Metcalf retaining walls or something else at the back there? It's pretty good. There's a lot going on with a lot of bits and pieces of detail. And do I believe that that is a Hornby 00 Liverpool cables reel? Gosh, I've got a load of those downstairs. But yeah, you're right. Lots of things going on there, says Norman Rowe. And Melchester Model Railway likes the Class 33. So let's have a look. Voice is fine here. Did you? Robert Ward asks, Zoe, did you get my shunter picks through all right? I'll have to speak to her. She's just disappeared now to go and get some coke. McBenman one said all of them is O-gauge. The blue one is 32mm Brambright Guards Fans kits, and the grey one on the right is Malmet. Right, no worries. Thank you very much for sending this over, Deltic Junction. There's, I love the level of detail, like the machinery there on pallets, the pipes stacked up, the tarpaulin covered load. I'm guessing that there'd be it's a Class 20 sound, but we tend to do this with the sound down so we can talk all over it. Really sorry, but yeah, there's a lot of interest there. I like the stuff going on at the back as well, the scenery, but also you've got, I think it's a Hornby Class 6 with the sheeted over cab next to the Stevenson Clark mineral wagon, and it shows the kind of things you can do with older locomotives to kind of keep their usage long after they've been superseded. Mini Wisconsin Junction says, FMR Station House, if you're going O-gauge, I have quite a few bits here. I will drop you a message. O-gauge is lovely, actually. The Daypole O-gauge especially is really, really good. Luke Holford says, I like the Metcalf Goodshed. Luke's layout runs on Metcalf. Metcalf is pretty good. Deltic Junction James says, thanks Jenny. Plater retaining walls painted. It's nicely done, and yeah, absolutely agree with you there. Flymo Chairman 1. Nice generator sitting there. The generator as well is really nice. It'd be interesting to know, is that a scratch built item, a kit, or a ready-made item? I'm thinking, is it Langley Models do an awful lot of stuff like that? I am curious the origin of that. J94 says, your upside down pug is awesome, Jenny. Thank you very much. Thank you as well, Combat Bunny. You're a star, posting that link. So if people want to start putting together a playlist for themselves from the videos that we're putting up today, then Combat Bunny has really helpfully posted those links. Morris Modelling, evening to you. Norman Rose says, great stuff, James. So there's actually quite a long video. We've got over half an hour here. So I suspect that there's, on the video itself, there's the sound. So we'll have all the sound of the engines. So I'm going to put my headphones on, actually, so that I can actually hear. So just bear with me a moment. So I'll plug that one in. I'm going to unplug those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what the sound's like on the videos, and it saves me from talking. And I'm guessing that there's... Let's have a look. So let me just... brace yourselves, people, just in case this blows your speakers off. I'm just curious. Hold on a moment. I am. Oh gosh, I'm coming through very loud. So it's. Let me just turn that down just a little bit. I'm just wondering, can people actually hear the video if I turn it up a bit? Is that coming through, or are you still just hearing me? Barnabas Junction asks, would a moderator allow my comment? I'm just looking back. I can't see your comment. Yeah, I haven't seen your comment. And if you tried posting a link, the only thing that I can think, if you're posting a link to a YouTube video or a YouTube channel, just post where it says V equals and then a long string of looks like random characters. Try just posting that. If you try posting a link, if you've not got the spanner of ultimate power, then what you'll find is it won't let you. Barnabas Junction would be extremely delighted if you would take a look at my last live stream celebrating 25 years of direct rail services. Have you emailed Cupboard Monkey on zoe@zoerobinson.com? If it's a regular live stream, we'd be delighted to add that into the live stream program guide as well. Yeah, link was blocked. Unless you've got the spanner of ultimate power, it won't tend to let you actually post anything. Can I just quickly ask, are people hearing the actual sound of the locomotives on the video that's showing on the screen? If I turn down me... I'm just curious as well, where did you get your Class 55 sound chip from? Because it's something that, unfortunately, it's one of the things that...
Okay.
Well, what's wrong? No, sorry, I was listening to the actual video sound. It's got like the locomotives have sound chips in.
Ah, right.
So, yeah, people say yes, brilliant. Yes, we can hear the video.
Yeah, it all seems to be coming through just fine. I haven't got to the shop yet. I was just checking that everything's okay.
No worries. Yeah, Stephen Deacon says hearing the locos. That's brilliant. But yeah, the yeah. It's what?
I'm just turning the volume a little bit further down. I want to make sure that you actually come through.
I've got a volume for me.
Yes, but you don't have a volume for that, so I turn it down. Right.
Norman Rose says the audio mix is good. And Deltic Junction James says, think it's a Zemo. Brilliant. It's one of the things that I would love to get is a Deltic sound chip, but I'm a big advocate of the Hornby TTS sound, and it's something that I wish they'd bring one out for the Class 55. They do have a Railroad Class 55. They have done a Class 40 sound chip for their Railroad Class 40, so I'd also like to see Class 42 and 25 from Hornby, both of which are actually ones they've got in the railroad range.
Right, I'm going to put that outside. Do you need anything before I go? Do you need me to set up an video around?
Well, we've got quite... How long is this?
It's half an hour.
There's half an hour of this video, so what I would... how long are you likely to be at the shop?
10 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll keep it going. It's fine. We'll enjoy some more of this video, and I can also show some more of where you are. It's fine.
Right. Do you know how to get back from this video to the orbs? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good. If I come back and everything's on fire, you told me you were all right. She told me she was all right. I've got permission to go now, so I'll be back. But if everything's out on fire, it's her fault. I wasn't here.
Adams Railway says, Zoe, when you go to the shop, can you get me a double-decker or a Whisper Gold? Thanks.
I'll put it in the post. 123 Fake Street, Buttocks, Kent.
Yes. John Jenkins says, do you have any tank engines? Is that a question to me or to Deltic Junction James? Barnabas Junction says, right, thanks to Jenny, I have been given the inspiration to do a live stream as soon as possible. Thank you. Norman Rose says, it's funny, I watched this video last night. Melchester Model Railway says Zoe might have to queue to get into the shop. Actually, our local co-op's not too bad at the moment. Barnabas Junction says Jenny is helping my mojo return. Thank you very much. I'm very, very glad. And that's part of the thing, isn't it? That we're trying to do with the community with this is to, make people feel that there's a great community of support, getting inspiration, getting ideas, and alleviating some of the boredom. Manthony 1956 asks, so is that a St. Louis Blues baseball cap? It is actually, yes. Ian the Train says Hornby TTS Class 31 is a good sound chip, also Class 67, but not keen on other diesel sounds. I actually thought the Class 8's pretty good. The Class 20 is excellent, it must be said. Actually, the Class 20 is one of my favourites. I didn't think the Class 40 was too bad, and the Class 50 is pretty good too. I don't know about the Class 66. I don't do 66s. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my microphone right down, because that'll cut down the quartermass drilling sounds you're hearing. There are some great sounds on this as well, and actually the Class 47 is another one that Hornby have done a TTS at some point in time, because I do have one. But I love some of the scenery you've got going on there as well. You've got a very interesting, I presume, is that a Metcalf signal box? It does look like a Metcalf signal box, but done as a disused one. Sometimes that can be pretty cool to do stuff like that, but I do love that scenery. Really nice stuff. So I'm going to, if I can get my mouse pointer back, I'm going to go back to where you are, but a big thank you to Deltic Junction for that. Let's see, can I? No? No, it's not giving me the camera for some reason. Let's see. No? Ah, come on, just work. 3. I seem to have lost every single camera. Oh, you've got to be having a laugh. Well, we've got that one. We've got that one back. So I think that what I'm going to have to do, you're absolutely welcome, Deltic Junction James. Thank you very much for actually sending that in. That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Ian the Train says, I've always thought the Hornby Class 37 and 47 sounded boxy. Maybe they've improved. Yeah, the 37, I'm told, is much improved with the change of speaker. I've actually got a speaker, and I keep meaning to sort mine out. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Leslie Gilpin, for the link there. No problem. Ben Tullett has been busy today making a start on a large tunnel. Always a good thing to do. Never have too many tunnels. Minnie with Staston Junction. Yes, Flymo, I have uploaded a few videos. Just why are we in the middle of making my... just why we are in... is that while we're in the middle of making my 2 new layouts, 1 OO gauge with 2 helixes and 1 N gauge layout too. They are off my old layout in the loft. Evan Forst says cheers. Barnabas Junction, as soon as Jenny has finished this stream, I will do a live stream reviewing a visiting Sutton Class 24 and experimental livery. The RTC livery, that is something that it's actually pretty interesting. Sutton Loco Works is one which, let me just, can we change that angle? Oh, just caught it. I like the Bachmann Class 24. I've got a lot of them, and there's a part of me thinking, if I get a Sutton Locomotive Works Class 24, I run the risk of then finding myself obliged to actually replace my entire collection. Right, I'm going to try and get some of these cameras working, so do bear with me. Now let's, come on, yes! Hello, other views. Let's see, can we? Yes! Come on, yes! Right, just basically unplugged and plugged them back in. That's always the way, isn't it, to sort out a lot of electronics, plug them in and unplug them. I'm waiting for the cupboard monkey to come back, because I'll just make a hash of queuing up the next video. Believe it or not, I'm absolutely useless with computers. But I did see somebody said on the comments that the Stephenson's rocket is now showing us summer this year, that it should be back in stock. To be honest with you, I can well believe it. It's one of those things that I think it's going to get pushed back and pushed back. End of April was initially being said, but as far as I'm aware, through my contact at Rails, they're still not showing up. Evan Force says, will Reddit links work? It's where I have most of my stuff posted. I honestly couldn't tell you, in all honesty. Yeah, sorry, there's AD Pullin said, standard version now saying summer 2020 on Hornby website. Mark Wilson said, Zoe told you not to touch it. Leslie Gilpin says, love that infinity shot. Thank you very much. I like transport. Yes, they are working. And also, yeah, echoing AD Pullin's comment, great video, James. Thank you very much. Derek Penson says, what's the co-op's telephone number? We can ask Zoe to come back. And Barnabas Junction email sent to Zoe with link. That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Norman Rowe. Could be dangerous. Yes, Barnabas Junction. The Class 24 is a dangerously amazing loco. Now, if I look round behind me, you can't see, obviously, but I've got 1, 2, 3... I've actually got 4 Bachmann Class 24s, and I went through this when Bachmann brought out their new updated Class 3. I had around 4 of the old ones. Some were Bachmann, some were mainline, some were replica railways. It was all the same model with a split chassis, and I thought it wasn't too bad a model. And then I bought a Bachmann Class 3, the new one. And overnight, my entire fleet of Class 3s was rendered junk. I just gave them away. I honestly did. I think 3 of the 4 I gave away. The 4th one had a very poor motor. So it got cannibalized for a few bits and pieces to make sure that the others were all complete with things like full complement of buffers. And then it just literally got junked. There was just nothing that could be done for it because it was just so inferior to the new Bachmann Class 3. So it can be quite a dangerous thing to do. Morris Modelling says, as posted a link, have a shunter running session. Brilliant. We'll get to those when the cupboard monkey gets back in. Leslie Gilpin says, if it's purely a link, I can't think why it shouldn't. Zoe checks them, I think, before linking up to the live stream. Right. Alan Bevan says, is your station on the other side of the layout? People keep asking me about if I've got a station. Not up here. Trinity Road was my layout in the shed, based loosely on Trinity Street Station, and let's see if we can find where all the trains have gone. No, 6, 7. We'll get there in the end. Hopefully, yes. We're going to start to see all the trains come into shot now. But what was I talking about? Gosh, my brain wanders a lot. I've been distracted. Squirrel! Oh yes, the station. There is no station on Weir Yard at all. There's just none here. Never built one. Not here. No plans for one. Trinity Road had the station, but I kind of got stations worked out of my system. I'm more of a fan of freight rolling stock. Little industrial concerns, that kind of thing, and that's kind of what does it for me. Let's get that really good angle going again, because the Class 8 is coming round. I think let's just come on. There we are. That's a better shot, isn't it? Barnabas Junction says, if you show my DRS video, please ignore the first few minutes as I forgot to enable the microphone. Excuse me. We've all been there. Let's have a look. Richard Swidiski says, well done, Jenny. Camera's working. Brilliant. Brockwell Lane says, I have the Sutton 24. It's the best model I own. Want the 24-1 promised this year. More expensive than Bachmann, but not that much more since Bachmann prices went up. Yeah, and that I think is the risk that Bachmann have ended up in, is that they're being outclassed and outpriced by other people. I too would love a BR Blue Class 24-1. I believe they are out, or at least the first production batch has come through of those. Let's just see. Can we get me and... For some reason, let's just... Come on. Have we started losing cameras again? Don't know why it's not working. Yeah, but the 24-1 did come through in, I suspect, limited quantities before the shutdown in China. It is one I really want. I do want the BR Blue. New Mills Model Railway. It's going to take some time for the factories to catch up, I feel. I suspect so, yes. And also the other thing as well is money's going to be quite tight in the UK. There's a lot of people being furloughed. Yes, it was a new word on me as well. Apparently, it's not a new word. It's one that's been repurposed. And a lot of people have unfortunately lost their jobs. And I suspect that there's going to be a lot of people tightening their belts, so to speak, financially. We live in difficult and strange times. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. James Wareham says, have you reviewed the Hunt couplings? I have. There's a video out on my channel. They are really good, actually. Really good. I think I was one of the early people who... I had a video ready for when the embargo was lifted, but then somebody was naughty and put out a video before the embargo. Morris Modelling says, sorry, going to send the link to the right place now. Got called away and didn't see anything about the email. Don't worry about it. Barnabas Junction says, fab review too. Thank you very much. That is if you're talking about me. If you're talking about somebody else, then yeah. Flymo Chairman 1, yes, sorry, about the hunt couplings, I have, yes. Right, let's just see, can we... Come on, work. Right, so that means that if I press this button... And now apparently the camera that shows me isn't working. Well, isn't that just fine and dandy? Richard Swidiski says, Jenny points, would you suggest solenoid or servos? It depends on what you want. Solenoids, bulletproof, reliable, quite cheap as well. You get the Pico ones, the PL10s, second hand for around 50p a solenoid, it has to be said. And they're really good. They clunk click every trip. If you want slow acting, then there are a number of different ones on the market, like the Cobalt motors from DCC Concepts. But what I would warn you is they are expensive. Wayne John says, hi Jenny, keep safe in these worrying times. All the best to all visitors. Keep modelling. Thank you very much. And same for all of you guys as well. Flymo Chairman 1 says, ping the like button, folks. Thank you very much. Barnabas Junction says, clue of no station is that the layout is called Weir Yard. Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, I got stations out of my system. Gareth Waite. Hi Jennifer and Zoe. Hi Delta, Rachel, Flymo, Norman, Barnabas Junction, Anfield. How are you all? Leslie Gilpin says, don't DCC Concepts do detectors to trigger your cameras when a train is coming into shot? I didn't know that, actually. That is something that I'd be quite interested in.
Sounds like you're going to end up with a smart layout that just controls everything yourself.
That would be nice. So, we now have... Robert Cicero says, couldn't just a platform and a shelter shed do for a station? Could do, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really want a station on Weir Yard. Weir Yard is inspired by Tyne Yard, and Tyne Yard, there's no station there either. Brockwell Lane says, I suspect the Sutton 24 and Hatton 66 are from the same factory in China. I see a lot of similarities. There are rumours that Helgen make the Hattons models, so that would arguably mean that perhaps Helgen make the Sutton Locomotives works class 24. So just a little bit of something that I picked up through hearsay by being stood very close to the Helgen stand when the person who was there was saying who else they made stuff for.
I had a very, very interesting trip to the shop. Stocks are coming back in and my strategy worked.
What stocks?
We have porridge.
Oh, excellent.
And eggs. And senior cat food, which I haven't seen for 3 weeks.
So people, there you have it. Now that all the panic buyers have finished their panic buying because they've got no physical space to store any of their panicked bought goodies, essentially stocks are coming back in. But
still haven't had rice.
I know, but Cupboard Monkey, we're ready for the next video.
I thought you might be.
Yeah.
So
we're going to delve into some more of the videos that you guys have been sending in. Leslie Gilpin says, read DCC Concepts. It was a joke. I doubt they do camera controls. Oh, that's a shame. You built me up there. James Moody.
Don't give them ideas. Let's put it that way.
Use cheap 9G remote control servos for slow acting point motors. Work just as well as Tortoise Cobalt and cheaper than solenoids when you count driving them through a CDU from an LCB. Right.
This is Brayworth Park.
Is this on screen?
Yes.
Excellent. So actually, I'm going to lose the headphones.
That's good, because then you won't be shouting at me.
Well,
you might.
Yeah.
Leave it in. Stop causing buzzers.
It won't, because that the
No, leave them out.
Apparently, I can get into trouble just by existing.
No, you can get into trouble by causing the buzz that you were complaining about earlier.
I do particularly like the...
That is a nice back scene.
This is this the same layout that we had a video from last week?
No, I don't think it is.
Because no, the reason I ask is the back scene works really well, and you don't quite realise initially just how much extra depth it gives to the model. But this is really nice. And there's the station with the Bachmann Scenecraft Art Deco buildings
Oh,
in the
that
middle,
is
but that's
so
really
good.
nicely done. I like the way you've got the bay platform in the centre of the island platform, just like something like Leicester Central used to be like that. But that is really nicely done. I do like your retaining walls as well. They're not Metcalfe. I'm curious.
They've got a hell of a lot of character to them. Oh, and one has been turned into a business.
Well, yes. That is really nicely done, I have to say. And I love the street that you've got above the retaining walls there. That is a really nice shed, actually. Is that one of the Scenecraft ones with your hard standing? That is really nice.
Good use of lights in it as well.
Yeah, and I like the way as well, you can see there where you're still laying stuff down. You're getting the cable trunking in, the relay boxes, so that when it all gets ballasted, that's going to look really nice. So, Cupboard Monkey, to the next one. That was really good. Whose video was that? Were we not paying attention?
I said it. That one was Brayworth Park.
Reggie Boy says, "Oh, that's mine." That is brilliant, Reggie Boy. I really did enjoy that. There's some great stuff going on there. I actually really do like that one. Manthony 1956 asks, "You have eggs? Do you keep chickens, or are these Cadbury eggs?" No, they're proper like hen eggs, but they're from the shop.
Happy Egg Company.
The
only ones that were there.
The shop has restocked.
It was clear that other people had been in late on, like I was, to check whether things were around, because the shop closes at 8 now instead of 11.
Yes,
which it used
there
to.
is that.
So you've got to get in. But I've worked out the strategy. You've got to turn up about an hour before they close, and they're starting to put things back out on the shelves for the next day.
Because basically they want to get off home, so they just get all the shelves restocked and then they're off.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you go in then, you have a chance of getting stuff. Right.
Reggie Boy says they're scale scenes retaining walls. Brilliant. They're the ones that you print yourself and then mount onto card. I've seen them that people get some great results, but we just don't have the printer capable of doing that, unfortunately.
No, our printer's black and white.
Reggie Boy says that it's a work in progress, but yeah, it's really nice work in progress. Really did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Brockwell Lane asks, "Who's this one? I want to subscribe." And
that's a point. I should put the links to the ones we've shown.
Combat Bunnies just put that link up. Thank you very much to that.
How do you find the link? How do you know which one it is?
He's really good like that. Benson the Biohack, how do you get the ex-LNER Gresley Hornby Railroad coaches individually? The ones that are going round are not the railroad ones. They're the super detail ones. And the set that you see there is the Hornby Northumbrian set, the Northumbrian add-on pack, and that gives you there's 3 coaches in each of those. And then I bought the sleeping car separately, and that gives me my full rake of 7. But yeah, Leslie Gilpin, absolutely correct. Reggie Boy, you should do more videos. It is a great layout. Brilliant.
It looks brilliant. Okay,
Oh,
next up, what's going on?
Reggie Boy says, "I printed the scale scene sheet at work." Good call. Just don't let anybody catch you doing that.
No one heard that.
Yeah.
No one heard that.
Right. So we're going to go on to
The next one is from
video.
A.D. Pullen.
This is A.D. Pullen. You're up next. So we're looking forward
This is
to
all
this.
his guard vans and more.
Ooh. So, oh my God. Oh, bro, you did a special video.
I like that
thank you.
background.
Yeah, the background's nice. Is that one of the Pico backgrounds? So, waiting for... Oh, the Sterling single. Oh.
That's an interesting arch over that wheel.
Yeah, it's a Sterling single. And a J70. So... That's the... and the rocket.
That is wonderful.
You're showing off now. It got all the brake fans in the background. I forgot to start counting.
That is a brilliant one.
Definitely. Oh, I do like that rocket, actually. And the Sterling single. That's one that... I think was it... I wanted to say Revolution. It's not. It's the Canadian company, Jason Thron. Oh, somebody put me out of my misery. What's the company called? I've completely forgotten. what the company's called, but yeah, they did it. The model they did the APT for the Railway Museum as well. Tony Wright says, I keep chickens, and if they stop laying, I walk around the coop with a carving knife as a hint of what might happen. I am joking.
15 brake vans. Oh, that's an interesting angle.
Right, so Combat Bunny has put the link up for AD Rapido, yes, that's right, Aiden's Railway. Oh, nice angle. With the full teak coaches on there. Are they the full brakes? Really nice.
You did 15.
I see an Oxford Rail 6-wheeler in there as well.
You quite like those Oxford Rails, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. They got a bad rap from some people, but they're not too bad. The Great Western County Club. Oh, you've got 2 of them. I think
a phone box. You don't have a phone box.
I've got several knocking about this layout.
Oh, you do? They're in the corner.
Those Gresley full brakes are really nice. I've got a couple of them as well, and they are really good. The Thompson full brake, I've only got in the rail blue. But, you've got a working tail light as well. You've got the semi-streamlined county and the unstreamlined county. I always thought that that's a model that... they're both semi-streamlined. I always thought that they're... Or are they kings? Is that a streamlined king? A streamlined castle or king? You're absolutely right. I was thinking that they were the county, but of course it's the streamlining. The Great Western Railway didn't really go for streamlining. It was a very half-hearted attempt from them. I guess because the LMS had the coronation class and the LNER had the A4s and the W1s, so they kind of thought, well, we'll kind of have a go, and it was very half-hearted. But yeah, it's a lovely model actually. Is that one of the new? Is that one of the new Princess Royals? Because that is nice.
It's got the detail inside the cab, so it's fairly new.
A.D. Pullen says they're both streamlined king and a castle. Excellent. There's some lovely locomotives on here, I have to say. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got some of the locomotives that I really wanted. I'm still waiting on my Stephenson's rocket, and I wasn't able to get the Stirling single. And I do want that BR Blue Princess Royal. I'm saving my pennies. I think it's £180. Yeah, Leslie Gilpin says Rapido also did the N-scale Pendolino for Revolution. Right, no problem. Lettuce Train says, oh my god, that nearly got me to 100 subs. Excellent.
Oh, that's your kind of shot, Jen.
That's your kind of shot, actually, Cupboard Monkey. You like that kind of looking from inside the letter.
I do. I like the ones that frame the shot properly so that it looks real.
Yes. But I do like brake vans. It has to be said. So really, really nice. Flymo Chairman one says, Letters Trains, can I warn people to turn their volume down? Oh, is that me, or is that Letters Trains has the louder than hell button there pressed? Hello to Cottesmore, great to see you again. Norman Rowe, late. Hi, back. Gareth just came back in. Good to see you. A lot of people subscribing to Letters Trains. Excellent. I'm glad we can help. So, big thank you to everybody for sending these clips in. So, A.D. Pullen, thank you very much for that. And really nice. So, what's that? Oh, I can't really read that out, but it's true.
I would love to read it out, but I think we might get told off. That was a brilliant video. So, thank you there.
Belmont Junction, Jenny's in love. Oh, and it's the Princess Royal. I really do want that blue Princess Royal. So I've got to save up, but there's so many of the locomotives that I really want. I think my wish list at the moment amounts to about £3,000 worth of stuff.
That's lower than normal, Jen.
Morris,
we've got this comment here. I have to read it, but I'll censor it.
Yeah, you censor it.
It's 8 o'clock on Monday night. Because on Thursdays, the country has been standing outside the door and applauding the NHS. At 8 o'clock on Monday night, we're all to open our front doors and windows and shout obscenities for a minute in honor of those who went out this weekend and flouted the lockdown.
Yes. I think we should all do that. Right. How are we doing? Let's read through some of the comments. Deltic Junction James says, hi, Cottesmore. Big alert. Where are you going, Cottesmore? Hello to you. Thank you very much for dropping in. Just spent, this is Cottesmore says, just spent 225 on my new Harry Beck 66 with Lego Man Biffo sound. Fully spent up till payday. I know that feeling. As long as the buyer's remorse doesn't kick in, it tends to with me. Morris Modelling says, Rapido, I've done a fair whack of things. The only thing I have is the J70, but it's rather lovely regardless. I must admit the J70 is another one that's on my hit list of models what Jenny really would like one. And to anybody wondering what today's beverage of choice, it's Staropramen Czech Lager or beer, I think it is. Wayne Johns, Zoe, are you well? Your cough came through here loud and clear. Take care. Or was that you just knocking the mic? Did you cough?
No, I did. I'm well. I'm off of the virus. My problem now is allergies. Because unfortunately, it's allergy season.
Yeah, allergies didn't take a break whilst coronavirus hit. They gave you the double whammy. Let's see if we get another angle. Yes, there we go. So, let's have a look at some more of your comments and then we'll go for another video, I think. Leslie Gilpin says, I've got 7 Rapido locos and trains, all Canadian. Yeah, of course, they're quite a big player in Canada. It's one of the things, actually, I don't think I've actually got anything made by Rapido. I do need to, I think I need to resolve that. It is a shame because the models that I've seen from afar, so to speak, I've been very impressed with. Mark Holt says, I want the Princess Elizabeth as I had one as a kid. Snap, I had the Triang Princess Elizabeth. Mark Holt says, the clap for carers was appreciated. Very much.
We really shouldn't be giving carers the clap, not at this time.
Oh, cupboard monkey, behave yourself. Right, Ian Hodgson says, smash the like button, thank you very much. Timber Surf says, I want a blue princess and 1,000 subs.
Would they fit on your layout? 1,000 submarines is a lot.
Yeah, and surely the princess is blue. She needs to put a coat on. Combat Bunny says, spend money on trains or food. Difficult decision. Not really. I'm sure that you can, yeah, everybody can stand to lose a couple of pounds. Leslie Gilpin says, definitely allergy season early this year. Definitely. I know that there's an awful lot of allergies doing the rounds. Right, Cupboard Monkey, are we ready for the next video that's been sent?
We are. This one is from Mick and Richard.
Yeah, Leslie Gilpin, I knew that Rails were their main UK stockists. When I was actually doing the tour at Rails, we saw a lot of Rapido, the Birmingham Corporation buses. I saw them all in the warehouse. There's an awful lot of them. Kevin George says, Combat Bunny, buy a chocolate train. Ian the Train, he got 5 subs, sniff, LOL. They will come. Right, what do we got now? So
this is from Mick and Richard.
This is from Mick and Richard.
And that's a lot of very nice coaches.
Oh, is that the Hornby Pullmans? Are they the ones with the light up lamps?
Oh, look
really
at
nice.
that grass.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
That's quite a change of era there from 1920s Pullmans right up to the Virgin Pendolino. I like the dry stone wall as well.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued what you've used
scenery
for that, because that works really well.
Is it dry stone? I thought it was like a mound.
Oh,
yeah, a hedge.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
I like that. That is really good technique.
Yeah.
And the good old ratio telegraph pole.
Nice long layout as well. You can really get the idea. It's going between rooms.
It's going out of the shed, I think, into the outside world. I could be wrong, but is that going outdoors?
You might be right. That's a lot of
that is a very long Pendolino.
I'm liking the adverts as well. And great angles. Look at the height.
Yeah, the Cupboard Monkey likes your angles. Cat litter wall. Right, yes. I've heard about doing that. It's something that I know Les Cliff has experimented with, and it's where you mix cat litter with glue. In fact, mouldy raspberry, I think we're all fairly familiar with the Yorkshire Dales Railway on the mouldy raspberry channel, and I believe he made his dry stone walls out of cat litter and PVA glue.
This is so well done. I'm really liking these angles. That's a good bridge as well.
Lettuce Train says Pendolinos are 11 car. That is impressive, the length of those trains. That looks like it's coming in from the garden. I could be wrong.
The light level does suggest that. So they've done a similar style to you then. It's very well done.
Yeah, I mean that's what I had going on in the garden. Richard Lewis says it was kitchen pad. Kitchen pad, like as it with the green Brillo pad.
Oh, that's a good
works
effect.
Really well.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, Richard Lewis says yes, it's going out of the shed. Brilliant. Pretty good.
I'm loving the angles, encasing the whole thing so that.
I like the blossom on that tree actually as well.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And a lot of model railways that to get the effect, a really effective model railway, it's about kind of breaking up the angles, making it look. You can't see.
You've got that pillbox.
I do actually, yeah. But I like the weathering you've applied.
That is
kind
very
of the
good.
moss
Yeah.
going over it. Some really great effects. I also like your fencing. Fencing's nice. I'm not a huge fan of Modern Image, but actually that train works at that length. And that's the thing, when you run around the garden as well, it does allow you to get some really nice long trains.
Are those concrete sleepers on that track?
Yeah, that's concrete sleepers.
For the modern style?
Yeah, although concrete sleepers came in the Big Four, so like pre-Second World War. Andrew Johnson asks, how can I submit my railway? You need to send an email with the URL to your YouTube video of your layout to
Zoe at zoerobinson.com.
And that's Zoe spelled Z-O-E.
I'll put the email address into the comments.
Brilliant.
Flymo Chairman 1 saying, at last, cement sleepers.
There are. I've got concrete sleepers in places on here. That's concrete sleeper track.
Oh, right.
People can't see where
Oh, look at that angle.
That is nice. And you get like the sweep of the train through the reverse curves.
It looks...
It does work well.
It looks real.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but a lot of the time... A lot of the time you don't get quite... that kind of image. I don't see an awful lot when people are sharing them of residential coming right up to the railway line. That is brilliant.
Stuart Barnard says, been in the process of upgrading my Mark II fleet at the moment. This is the outdoors. Mark II's, I have to say that the new Super Detail Hornby coach is pretty good. I'm not sure. I don't think they do a Mark II. They do a Mark III and a Mark I. Oh, that is good.
That's a long outside layout.
That's bigger even than I had.
Yeah.
But the Bachmann Mark IIs are actually pretty good in my opinion.
That's impressive. I do have a question about that piece with the perspex round it. Doesn't that cause an area where the water can't drain in the rain?
Not necessarily.
That is just so well done.
I'm really enjoying this one.
Yeah.
I enjoy them all.
I do as well, but sometimes something just hits you and think, wow, look how high that goes up. He's got a proper level effect.
Definitely. I love that kind of forcing you to view the model through these kind of little chinks and gaps. Let's have a look now. Ian the Train says, sorry Jen, but I like Blue Period Scotland and their diesels. Actually, yeah, I mean with
He's
dramatic...
a blue guy, dabba-bee,
Yeah,
dabba-ba.
BR Blue. I do like BR Tops Blue. And Scottish stuff has some really dramatic countryside.
That scenery is wonderful.
Lettuce Trains asks, why are detailed coaches so expensive? Basically, because somebody has to put them together. They have a lot of parts and they require assembly.
Yeah.
Minnie Wistaston Junction says, Charleston, thank you. Just in the middle of making 2 new layouts, so there will be new updates as they progress. I do like that bridge as well. Is that a kit built, scratch built? I'm curious about the origins of the bridge. Mark Holt says, thank you to anyone who's been following the government advice. Definitely, and that's something that we've been doing as well.
Yeah. When I went to the shop just now, that's the first time I've been out of the house in days.
Paul Blanchard says, hi Jenny and Zoe, I am painting and weathering my track, experimenting with different paint washes, etc. How do you do yours? I do not have an airbrush. I don't have an airbrush either. I'm not a fan of airbrushes, to be honest with you. I don't own one, and I haven't yet found a task that I couldn't do by other means. But what I've tried using Humbrol enamel. I think it's number 62. That's quite laborious, painting the rail sides with that. It's not a task that I enjoy in the slightest. So for Weir Yard, what I actually used was black and brown permanent markers, and just literally run the permanent marker along the edge of the rails, and that's actually worked out pretty well. I do know other people who use like rail grime paint, and once they've ballasted, they sort of spray everything with that, and that produces a really good effect. But obviously you've still got to worry about a little bit of overspray and stuff. Ian the Train says Kibri Bridge, I think, Jen. Richard Lewis says it was a Lima bridge. Lima? Interesting. I do like the bridge. It is really nice.
I like those adverts. It's awesome. You can tell with all of these videos that we've seen, so much care and love has gone into this.
Definitely.
And I think we've seen that with all of the videos that have been shared. There's a definite sense of...
you've got the same turntable as me.
No one's just throwing stuff together. Everyone's really loving it.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
That's the original Hornby version, I'm guessing. Stuart Barnard says a very nice layout. Must be a great inspiration. It is a great layout. They're all great layouts. I'm really enjoying this. And it's something that when we started the virtual model railway exhibition, we're really you've got a lower level as
Multiple levels.
Oh, it's the layout that keeps on giving.
Now you're happy. You love that sort of thing.
Great for making full use of the space, it has to be said. It's thank you everybody who's submitted videos for today, and like we were saying before, you can send your videos for next week. Haven't really thought of a theme. Doesn't have to be a theme. We kind of loosely said shunters and brake bands, but not exclusively so. We've had a couple of brake van related ones, but it's not absolutely necessary. Oh, that's an interesting crossover there. You've kind of got using the is that a double slip? Oh, did you see it? It stayed on the track. Stayed on the track though. That is one heck of a long length of train. I am very, very.
You
very
love a long
impressed.
train. You like try to stick as many things behind a locomotive as possible.
Lettuce Train says, I'm going to get an old Triang 3F and restore it so I don't have to spend like 150 quid on a loco. At the moment, I would say that is one hell of a length of APT. I love that. And that actually really does look pretty good. Even though that's not the one that we're waiting from Hornby, that still looks the part. You've got a lot of tracks outdoors. I'm very, very jealous, actually. You've got a great layout going on there. But yeah, check out some of the sales that are going on. Rails of Sheffield, Hattons as well, have all got sales on. And there's some great stuff that you can pick up relatively cheaply. Mark Holt says, I can't wait for my APT to come. My favourite purchase this year. Way more excited than I am about my rocket.
There's those cable rolls and things
Oh
that
yeah,
you
the
love.
cable drums. But not so much that I love them. It's just they're really useful as a scenic item.
Yeah.
I am very impressed with this garden section of your layout. Really impressed. Did you have any trouble with the point springs? Oh, that is really not liking that point. That lead car. Because one of the things... One of the things that I actually found is that the actual springs in the points had this annoying habit of rusting out in the garden on the Pico points. I am curious about that double slip, it has to be said. It's a very intriguing...
the sense of speed that he's getting from these corners.
But no, it's a very intriguing track layout with the way that double slip was. That there, it's boggling my mind. I'm guessing perhaps it was the... I don't know, it's just... easy, easy, easy. Has it got through? Excellent. It's actually making me kind of fancy an intercity APT now.
I wouldn't have thought they were in your time zone.
FMR Station House says, this looks good. I keep dropping in and out due to the kids and bedtimes. We're all family friendly here, so the kids can certainly watch.
Yeah, we hardly ever say boom.
Yeah. Richard Lewis says, yes, they go rusty, the springs. I actually oiled mine. Part of the garden railway maintenance was to actually oil the springs and the points on the outside. And I also found that the concrete sleeper track went a little bit brittle in UV light as well, was the other thing. Yeah, Minnie Wistaston Junction says, I love this layout, like how it goes outside. Definitely, outdoors 00, which is what this is. It's what I had in the garden as well before I replaced it with a ground level O gauge. It gives you the opportunity, if you don't have a lot of space where your layout is, it gives you the opportunity to run scale length trains, and they do look fantastic going around the garden.
That was brilliant.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for that. Old Double Art, hi to you. Somerset Andy, the APT looks stunning. Absolutely right. Yeah, we did enjoy that. Ronald Moritz is very impressed with that APT. Especially how it's managing to stay upright on that double slip. And Richard Lewis says, points were testing for it. Ian the Train says, that's an impressive layout. It certainly was, actually. I love the outdoors bit. Norman Rowe says, powdered graphite for sticky points. Yeah, definitely, because of course graphite is conductive, so it will keep things working. So let's see if we can get a different angle. 7. Which one's 7? I'm beginning to learn. Actually, let's go. I think this has been the favourite angle of the show. And then the cupboard monkey goes and steals focus. So once that train passes, you're going to be looking at blankness. So let's just change camera angles. Now go on then, Cupboard Monkey. Cupboard Monkey will now be queuing up the next set of videos. This is Air Valley Railway Modelers Club.
Yes.
With 7 subscribers, but some interesting looking...
We've had this sent in by Jamie Hodgson, who is part of the club.
So interested to see some of these. Oh, the Calderdale Superpower.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring this channel up onto the screen now.
Okay.
So, do you want to pick one? Calderdale Superpower, is that?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, let's give it a. Oh, I say.
This is impressive.
So I'm
All of these
guessing
videos are quite short.
that is really nice. Is that N-Gage? With the
Oh
Garrett?
my goodness.
Oh my...
It looks real.
And that's not a Helgen Garrett. That looks to be either kit or scratch built. I'm very impressed. What, is that all layout? It's not... That is, actually. I thought it was like a photograph.
That's amazing.
Oh my word, that is impressive.
I need to see more. Modern traction on Calderdale.
Uh-huh.
Look at the size of this thing.
I'm guessing N-Gage, but there's certainly a lot going on here.
So much. The sense of scale that you're getting. It's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Those
I like the rock faces.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. And that's look at the length on that viaduct.
That
Actually
is
looks
so
marching
impressive.
across the landscape. That is really, really nice. Yeah, Wardle Road says that scenery is amazing. It certainly is. Ron Stanbridge says oil my springs on the Garden Railway, then cover them up just to protect them.
It's amazing. Yeah, I think given the scale compared to the camera lens, that definitely was N-Gage. But my goodness, that was amazing.
But what it shows is what you can do with N-Gage.
Oh yeah.
So,
which one would you like?
which one have we just seen?
We've seen that one and that one.
The one on the right there. Very short videos, but certainly well worth. Oh, I think we've picked gold here.
That
I love the detail.
the water effect, so good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this layout, and it is very impressive. A sewage farm. This is really nice. I have a feeling if it's modelled on a real location, I'm starting to think I may know where it is.
It's oh my goodness, I love it.
You're gushing, aren't you?
I'm not here because of the trains. I'm here because of the cinematography
Oh, I like
and the
that.
model
That
making.
looks a bit like it's not Uddersfield, is it?
And I have to say, the model quality here is just so good.
It's a really nice club layout. Yeah, the Growler Blackwood N-Gage layout says, oh, what I'd give for an N-Gage layout of this size. You and me both. That is impressive.
Yeah.
Melchester Model Railway says you can almost see the mist rolling down those hills.
And we have one final video.
And
this is the town side.
Ian Hodgson says we have an open day in August, though maybe cancelled.
Unfortunately, it might be.
I do like that with the coal drops. I do like this layout. There's so much going on.
It's impressive what they've done with N-Gage.
Yeah. The thing about N-Gage is it does mean that you can get a lot more in the space available.
Yes.
Oh, that is a very impressive mill.
Yeah.
That's not one of the Wolfers kits, is it?
It looks like something that you find in Bolton.
In Bolton?
A mill like that.
Oh, yes,
You'd see it in Bolton.
That is nice. You've got all the different levels. There's so much going on.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
I really do.
That was Halifax Calderdale area.
So I'm going to put a link to that into the into the chat. There we are. We've got the view back. So the last one, I've put that into the chat, and now I'm going to put a link to this channel into the chat.
Definitely, yeah. That was really, really impressive. So thank you very much for that, Jamie Hodgson.
Yeah.
So
very impressed.
So what are people seeing on the screen at the moment? Are they just getting all sorts of weird stuff?
No. They're seeing the back of Weir Yard.
I've got something in my eye.
It's your eyeball.
No, the trouble is I put eye
Is it your finger?
No, I put eye makeup on.
Oh, you've left the makeup brush in your eye.
No, it means that it's really difficult to like rub you can't rub your eye when you've got eye makeup on, otherwise you end up looking like a panda.
Nothing wrong with looking like a goth.
Norman Rose says beautiful modular layout.
Yeah.
It really is lovely. Flymo Chairman 1 says, I wonder if Martin Zero has bagged that mill. Yeah, I sub to Martin Zero as well. It is a great channel. Yeah, Charleston Eastgate says Martin Zero is cool. His vids are amazing. Somerset Andy, I have done a bit of work on my railway today. I have decided to make both tracks DCC. We'll have to save up for many DCC decoders. That's the boat I was in when I came up here. I left one track DC, which has since been moved over to DCC, and then I just kind of just dived straight in and started DCC fitting stuff. And actually, it didn't take as long as I thought. You know, you kind of pick up 2 or 3 here, 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, but your checkbook's certainly got to work out.
Yeah, I think I've spent about £2,000 on DCC decoders alone, and I'm actually really grateful to the channel sponsor, Trainomatic, because latterly they have sent me about 20 or 30 DCC decoders to use in videos, which I have done. And it's been a great help. But I know it can be quite a daunting task.
Okay, I've got another one coming up for us. This is Leslie Gilpin.
Norman Rose says, "Don't touch your face." Oh no, but it's like it feels like I've got like an eyelash in my eye.
Yeah, if you do touch your face, you're supposed to wash straight after.
I'd washed my hands and then been just lurking around the house.
Okay, so Leslie Gilpin's layout's coming up, shall we?
Right. So Leslie Gilpin is up next. Let's take it for a spin. So this is cabooses and switches on the Canuck Union lines. So we've got US
real
outline.
sense of scale as well.
Ooh, yes, this is in. Look, is it a caboose or caboose?
Caboose.
Oh, there. Jenny Kirk suggested views to break band. Oh, brilliant. The cabooses. Cabooses.
How many locals has he got here, or are they actually one?
They're
are they all cabooses?
They're all cabooses.
My goodness, I thought they were locomotives.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're dinky ones. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's a pretty good show. I do like a lot of the US outline stuff, and I'm assuming that this is US and not Canadian. For uninitiated like me, it can be tricky to tell them apart.
If it's Canuck, isn't that Canadian?
Yeah, actually,
look at that
CN,
rock wall
Canadian
behind
National. You. Yeah, the rock effect there is pretty good as well. Yeah. Alaska Railroad, Pacific Great Eastern, British Columbia Railway. So it's Canadian National Railway. So it's Canada. That is really nice. Really nice. Grand Trunk Railway, Milwaukee Road. These are the different lines. Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad, Chessie System, Chicago, Burlington and Quincy Railroad, Pennsylvania Railroad, DNRG WRR. That's a pretty good show. Nicely done. And there's 1, 2, 3 locomotives on the front as well. Lettuce Train says you should try the River Rossi Big Boy. I would love to. It's on the list. It's on the list. But they're about £250. So I need to really pool my resources because, in all honesty, I do want a Helgen Bayer Garrett as well.
I'm loving the look of this
Princess Royal.
The different colours and textures, they're just great.
They are nice. And I wouldn't mind getting some US outline stuff, I guess. It's always
make yourself a little diorama for an American
just
layout.
run it on here.
I know you would, but make yourself a little diorama. Oh, I love the rock walls. They're so good.
You're supposed to be commenting, Cupboard Monkey, not watching.
What I was looking at there was the problem you just caused by derailing your own locos.
No, I was trying to re-rail something.
Yeah, but you didn't do it properly.
Right. Oh, yeah, see, you've got the same problem going on there. You've got a big derailment.
Speaking of derailments, I remember from Railroad Tycoon 2, all the talk on there about some of the locomotives in the old American early period were designed to be as light as possible, so if they fell over, the passengers could get them back on the track.
That I've never heard.
I remember hearing that. Oh, look at the depth and the texture.
I like
That
the bridge
looks
at the back.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm loving this. And it's got one of those panels that shows the layout. So the switch is all...
It would be nice if I could get something like that, but this layout's too complicated.
It's not. We could do it.
It is.
No, we could do it. It would take a couple of days, but we could do it. It's so good. What are you doing?
I thought I'd have a blast of...
Spokane, Portland and Seattle Railway number 700.
Excellent.
Where's the Space Needle? It's the only part of Seattle I know.
And also Fraser's apartment.
Fraser, not Fraser.
That's what I meant. Fraser.
Doesn't he get annoyed in the show if someone calls him Fraser?
Probably. That's the kind of rod up his bottom.
I like
thing.
some of the liveries on these little choo-choos.
They're not choo-choos. Oh, I love the bridge.
I only call them choo-choos because I know it annoys you.
It annoys more than just
Choo-choo.
you. You are annoying the entire audience of 182 people. And don't forget to like this video and share it as well. And subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And don't forget as well that you can submit your own videos. Give us a post via email to zoe@zoerobinson.com, and that's Zoe spelled Z-O-E. And just send us a link, a URL link to your YouTube channel, and
Those buildings.
give us permission to use the videos, and you could see yours here next week.
Yeah, and you get lots of praise and people subscribing to your channel and all sorts. Some of the stuff
Oh,
he's
the
got in
airport.
it's just so good.
I love
Look at
those high-rise
They're
buildings.
so good.
Vertical height is often as important as lateral height for
Yeah.
really giving a sense of domination of a layout. Tony Wright says, fantastic layout, I am envious. Ian Hilpus, don't encourage the cupboard monkey, says choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
Richard Lewis says, many thanks for your kind comments, you're absolutely welcome. Kent Train fan, hi to you. What?
He's got his cast list of all his trains.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Nice. Really, really pleased with that one. Thank you very much.
31st March is right up to date.
Yeah, Norman Rowe, very much so. Quite the skyline. I do like that. Brockwell Lane asks, where does the word caboose come from? Native American word, maybe? I'm not sure. It could be Dutch. I know that a lot of American terms are heavily influenced by Dutch and German. Basically, a lot of the settlers to America came from quite a few different European nations. So who have we got up next?
Whoever you want. Yeah, I thought you might
Ronald
go through some of the.
Stanbridge?
I thought you might be going through some of the comments first while I was setting up.
Okay. Somerset Andy, I use a Hornby Select controller, and with the latest firmware you can use 29 function keys for all the sound and lights on your locos. My word. So would that be to set up combinations? Because I don't know of any DCC decoder that has quite that much. Yeah, Leslie Gilpin, Google it. Dutch does come to mind. Ian Hodgson, get an S160 as they came to Britain in World War II. Yes, they did, and there's at least one still here at the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway, I think. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, that is. I do like that angle.
And since we were talking about,
Camera keeps slipping.
no,
now.
I've moved it.
Why?
I decided that since we're talking
The
about
jaunty
Dutch language, we would have a Dutch angle.
As long as we don't end up with a Dutch oven, then I'm okay.
Oh, I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, I know
Okay,
what you're
what
like.
we got up next is
Ron
Stanbridge,
Ron Stanbridge. So stand by for Ron Stanbridge,
which is West Coast Railways 47 and 37.
So I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is another 00 Garden Railway. So we're just going to set that up.
Here we go. Garden Railway and Clan Lane. Wow.
Oh, I see you've got the Hornby 00 girder bridges. They're actually really tricky to get these days, so I do hope that those weren't mint examples before they went on the garden line there. Although I should add that the one that's on Weir Yard was bought in a junk shop, and all I actually got were the two sides. There was no rest of the bridge. And I do have 2 mint examples.
Look at the depth on that. I recognise some of those buildings.
Interesting. Leslie
And
Gilpin.
working lights.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
And barriers. Did you see the barriers?
I did.
That is nice. Flymo Chairman 1. I was right. Mid-18th century from Dutch caboose of unknown origin. Morris modelling. DCC wise, I kind of want one of these Sprog units so I can use my Raspberry Pi to control trains. And Leslie Gilpin says, I think Canadian National actually called cabooses brake vans.
That's because Canada talks English.
Yeah. Apart from the bits that speak French.
But the English they use is proper English.
But yeah, Ron Stanbridge, are you in the chat at the moment? I am very curious about your Hornby 00 girder bridges. Please tell me you didn't put a mint example in the garden. Somerset Andy says you can use from 1 to 29 with the sounds and lights, the function keys on and select. It's great. I think we're sort of stuck on the crossing there. Let's just move that on a little tiny bit. We're waiting for a train. So we've got West Coast Railway 47, or is it a 57? Oh, it is West Coast. Fear my ability. Along with the 37. Anfield Road layout in the loft, great layout, like the crossing. Yeah, the crossing is very impressive, it has to be said. Although I think you've got an LED out of action there on the left-hand side. Whoa! That is very impressive. Norman Rowe, woot woot. Leslie Gilpin says, Norman, I think it's cabin or similar. Yeah, that sounds reasonable actually. So let's just I'm interested to know what you've used, Ron, for your ballast. That actually works quite well. I'm not sure that Ron's in the chat at the moment, so we can't really get answers. But hopefully, he might post comments down below when he gets around to being able to watch this. But I'm really impressed. Actually, that crossing is really impressive. Big hello to Corey, Tennant Murphy, welcome aboard. Ron Stanbridge, yes, the bridges are what I got in a lot of stuff. The LED is now working, brilliant. But yeah, those, it's something actually that I need to bug Simon Kohler to find a way of making that bridge again, even if it's just in plastic. I think that the Hornby 00 girder bridge was a great thing. You know, I think that it would certainly sell well. Do you want a hand there, Cupboard Monkey? It seems to be snagged on.
What am I snagged on?
The keyboard.
Can you help?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just moving that out of the way. So sorry for the bangs and knocks you're hearing vibrating like mad through the microphone.
Jen didn't get me a chair. She asks me to do technical support. But didn't give me a seat. So I just had to go and get one.
Ron Stanbridge says locos are sound. Aha, right. So brilliant.
Does that mean we should be turning the sound on?
Go on then, turn the sound on. And I will So you'll have to listen to your question. Oh yeah, that's loud. So hopefully, can people just let us know, is that the right level of sound for both of me and the locos to go together? Oh, interesting enough, FMR Station House says, don't forget the Queen goes live in 3 minutes. That might be why we're suddenly down a few viewers. We've dropped down to 158, but I don't think I can compete with the Queen. I mean, I know
you
that
are a big queen.
I was waiting for that. Yeah, I knew you would. The Hornby 00 girder bridges certainly are really great. You've got one complete one there, and then the sides for 2 more by the looks of it.
That is so loud.
Is it coming through really loud?
Yeah.
We're going to have to turn the sound off. We can't quite get the sound levels right, so sorry about that. But yeah, I think people are going to start dropping away for...
live stream!
Ron Stanbridge says, do you want a bridge, Jenny, as I have lots? Oh, a Sooth smoke unit. Very nicely done. With the Pullmans as well. Pullmans are always good. Thank you very much for the offer, actually, Ron, but I don't have an immediate... What's happened there?
I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
As I was saying, Ron, I've got one in use on Ware Yard that I had bits of, and I've got 2 others which are actually mint. One of them's actually even in the original box. But thank you for the offer. But I couldn't think of an immediate use right now, so I'd just be hoarding, but thank you very much. Leslie Gilpin says, I need to drop off for Antiques Roadshow. We'll look in if you're still going in an hour. Okay, well, you take care. And remember, there is a drinking game with Antiques Roadshow. Every time somebody says, Veneer, you have to take a drink.
So you don't have to, but you'll probably want it.
But
look at that colouring.
Oh, cows.
It's so well done. So well done. And it's the back jeans that are really setting it off as well.
Melchester Model Railway says, sticking with the Queen of Speed Modelling. Oh, thank you very much. We need to have that as a t-shirt.
Yes, everyone's going to want a t-shirt. All of your male viewers will want a t-shirt that says Queen of Speed Modelling.
Maybe we should have one that just says King of Speed Modelling.
I love this. This is a comment that's come up on Twitter. People make fun of Sally Field's character in Mrs. Doubtfire for not seeing through Robin Williams' ruse, but accusing your nanny of secretly being your ex-husband disguised as an elderly British woman. It's the sort of shot you don't take unless you're 100% certain. It's a fair point.
It is actually, yeah.
So just trying to bring up some images there. That was a really good layout.
I really enjoyed that. I love the garden layouts as well that we're getting through as well.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much, Ron Stanbridge. That was brilliant. Queen's speech all rise, says Flymo Chairman 1. For those who are sticking with us, I'm going to be checking the news and the Twitter for any references that come up.
So I'm just stuffing my face with chocolate. I was hoping the covered monkey would keep talking. Just one moment.
Okay, I'm just waiting on Twitter news, you see, for what comes up with Her Majesty. But nothing's come up yet. Although hashtag selfish pricks is currently trending in the UK.
Unfortunately, there's always some, isn't there, who think that everything doesn't apply to them. Are we showing a picture?
Yes, we are.
Sorry about that. I was just enjoying some chocolate.
Nothing's coming up just yet.
Norman Rowe, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it's possible to get over news. So I've stopped watching the news. It makes me crazy. I think there's a lot of people like that. It's just bad news after bad news. And I found myself as well. Actually, instead of listening to the news, what I've discovered when I'm out and about with work, driving about, is that Radio 1 doesn't have the news on the hour. It has the news on the half hour. So when the news comes up, I'm retuning for Radio 1, and during the news, I'll get the Radio 1 rusty screwdriver in the ear, and then I'll come back to Radio 4 again afterwards for whatever's on. Tony Wright, thank you very much. Sticking with you, Jenny and Zoe. I know we're down to 129 viewers, so I think a lot of people have decided to go with the Queen, and we can't knock that. Mark Holt says, I don't have TV, so I will have to catch up with Queenie on YouTube later. Flymo Chairman 1 says, is somebody recording this speech as it'll be historic? I'm sure the BBC will have a tape in for it.
Yeah, they'll probably stick it on VHS in, copy over Coronation Street, that kind of thing.
Deltic Junction James says, Jenny, what are the two small grey open wagons in the yard? Two small grey open wagons. Which shop were we looking at?
I'm not sure.
Small grey open wagons. Not on that one.
Oh, I see which one.
Hey, what now?
These two here.
Oh, they're just those two. If they're indeed the ones you were talking about, these are Bachmann Tippler wagons, is what they are. So it's just chalk tippler. In fact, they're both chalk tipplers. If we're looking at this angle, I don't know whether we showed this angle. Then, no, it can't be that one because there's only one, and it's one of the Hornby 21-ton hoppers. Flymo Chairman 1 says that's it. Norman Rose says we lost 40 or so to the Queen. Combat Bunny, I thought the Scottish Health Minister was interesting. Yeah, you'll love that one, Cupboard Monkey.
I can't believe she did that. Of
Yeah.
all the people who should be setting an example.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Holt says, I have Jenny on 65 inches on my TV. I don't fund the BBC, so can't watch TV broadcasts. That's yours.
Have it.
I don't want it.
Fine, I'll have it.
Stuff it in your face. How is the laxative supposed to work if you don't take the full dose? Right.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
For
Lettuce
those who
Trains.
couldn't see that, she was offering me chocolate.
Lettuce Train says, I wonder if the Queen has a model railway. No, but I believe that Prince Charles had one as a child. It was actually a Hornby 00 80033 264 tank locomotive. My guess is he probably had quite a lot of Hornby 00 because I don't think they would have skimped when they found out that he had a toy train.
I thought you were going to make a joke there, saying, I believe Prince Charles had a model railway when he was a kid. It was the Great Western. All of it.
Flymo Chairman says, sorry, that was the end of the speech. Oh, is that it? So, oh yeah, people are starting to come back in. So
Fair enough. Right,
it's starting to build back up. So welcome back, everybody. If you tuned away for the Queen's speech, welcome back. Good to have you back. We're going to be kicking off now with another one.
Yep, we all waited for you.
So this is Lapping Road, Great Western Railway.
By Matthew Stevens.
So Matthew Stevens, we're queuing yours up at the moment. But yeah, Flymo Chairman 1, absolutely right. I was furious at that health advisor stroke minister. We're all furious. Definitely. And, you know, I personally think that in these current times, she's made her position completely untenable.
Yeah.
And
I don't care if it's just a lapse of judgment or something. Someone at that higher level shouldn't be making that kind of lapse of judgment.
It was the fact that they've been telling people, like, you mustn't be going to your second homes, and then she went and did that. Like, it was like, oh yes, but I'm special.
Unless there was an absolute emergency, such as for some reason there'd been a break-in or part of it was on fire, that kind of thing. But just popping over it, like, no. Anyway.
Right.
Shall we move over to this?
Norman Rose says, come on back, I saved your seats. That's right, don't forget to like this video and also share it. let everybody know that we're still running and still always great to have people aboard. But
Absolutely.
this video stays up actually for forever.
Yeah.
So you can also re-watch again, check out some of these great videos that we've been sent in.
So Matthew Stevens and Lapping Road. We're going to have a look at that now. We're going to
Brilliant.
jump over to the webcam and browser, and here we go. It's the Great Western Railway, Albury 1941, is that? So here we go.
And we've got the track diagram there at the bottom.
Oh, we're getting a scrolling text.
Exposition. Is there going to be a Star Destroyer flying?
9 feet and 14 inches. That's not bad. You don't know the tune, do you? You don't know it, do you?
The lack of pants disturbs me. Oh, I like the lighting on that. That works really well in black and white. I'm curious to see it in colour, but yeah, that does work really well. That in black and white, that really
it
does
really
look
does set
effective.
off the time, doesn't it?
I'll
It's
tell you
starting
what
to
it
bring a little bit
reminds
of
me
colour
of.
in there. I can see
Yeah.
some browns.
What it actually reminds me of is I don't know. Some of you guys I know will be old enough to remember Railway Modeller back, in the sort of 1980s. The Railway Modeller, the only colour photograph was the one on the front and back cover. Everything else in it was in black and white because of the way it was published. So all the photographs in Railway Modeller looked like this, unless they got the cover. And actually, getting the cover in Railway Modeller was worth an awful lot for that reason, because you were therefore your model was in colour.
You know, the textures that the black and white's showing off are so good. This looks real, old-fashioned and real.
It is really nice, really nice. And those buildings too, just and I can see with the lighting on them, really does bring it all out.
I'm expecting a spy to wander in at some point.
Oh, what?
A spy. He's bringing in a little bit of colour here and there. It's very nicely done.
I can see it. So you can see the green.
And a bit of red.
Yeah, and I saw the blue on the police car, and there's a little bit of green in that grass. So it's actually more like a muted photograph, but I am liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Don't you just think there's going to be a bit of mist go across, and a spy in a trench coat's going to walk out of a shadow?
I'm hearing the music from the Ipcris file, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I'm loving this. It's so well done.
Yeah,
so
it is
atmospheric.
nice. And I like very careful use of the static style grass.
Yeah.
Oh, and the canal.
You love a good canal. Gives a bit of character to some of the scenery.
The canals are great, and I think canals offer such opportunities for modelling. Because they're just naturally quite run down and that.
The depth of the scenery as well.
Interesting. Melchester Model Railway says, I think Prince Charles still does have a layout, as I
Excellent.
saw him ask somebody about sound-fitted locos.
Excellent.
Maybe we should try and invite him on.
That would be amazing if you could get that.
He would brush you off in the politest possible way, I suspect.
If you book him 10 years in advance and are really, really lucky.
It's interesting actually. I don't normally do. We're normally a politics-free zone, but I think the health minister in the Scottish Parliament really. I'm surprised that the SNP haven't realised just how bad it looks, and have
actually a few of the SNP I've seen on Twitter are angry as well.
Yeah, because it makes them look bad.
This is a cross-party thing.
Yeah. Somerset Andy says, look at the Hastings live cam and see all the people everywhere. They just don't learn. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a hardcore of people out there, and I really don't agree with. I've seen a lot of mealy-mouthed policing going, oh, well, we'll have to cut down and make it illegal for you to go out and exercise. And it's like, no, you're not bringing the public on side when you do that. Why don't you actually clamp down on the people breaking the lockdown,
deal with the people
instead of punishing everybody? It doesn't. What if they're going to have us in lockdown for anywhere up to 12 weeks? They've got to keep us, the public, on side. and going, well, you know, one of you did this, so we're going to punish all of you. It's like, we're not at infant school anymore. You know, the infant school teacher used to do rubbish like that.
Yeah.
And
That was
it just
brilliant.
doesn't wash. But yeah, sorry to talk over this great layout like that. But yeah, it works really well in black and white.
Yes.
James Pett says, I do approve of a good canal. Yeah, I think it's one of the things. I've kind of got a canal. Well, I've got a culvert, which is actually visible sort of in that shot. But I do wish that I'd have actually put a canal in as well. I can see... I do like waterfront type things. Maybe I should put a canal down here. Then I couldn't lean across.
Yeah, you couldn't. You haven't got the space, Jen.
I know. It's one of the things you...
Get yourself a diorama.
Yeah, what view are we showing now?
That's a good question. We're showing the back.
Oh,
Hello! My
Yeah.
goodness, my arms look weird.
yes, they do. So weird, in fact, that we're going to change the angle. So there we go. We've got a lot of trains running through there. Actually, they're doing really well. They're all touch... Oh, no. Apparently not. This one's decided to...
Oh, the Gronk isn't gone. It's poor Heartsies.
Yeah, weird. I do like the weathering I did on those wagons. So, it's just... That's weird.
You having trouble?
A little bit, a little tiny bit. There we go. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. Flymo Chairman 1 says, I remember back then with Railway Modeler very much. I don't actually have any magazines hanging about from that era, so I can't show you. But yeah, when I was young, that was just how Railway Modeler was. Minnie Wistaston Junction says, looks different in black and white. It looks good. Yeah, I must have. I'd be intrigued, actually. We should do that with some of the photos of Weir Yard and see how well they come out or not. Oh, yeah, talking of film noir, says Norman Rowe. And Flymo Chairman 1 says The Third Man. Yeah, was it Harry Lime? Something like that, The Third Man. Huey's train layout. Impressive layout, that even better in black and white. Very much. Deltic Junction James, I came across some rail enthusiast mags from the late 80s last week, mostly black and white. I suspect they all were. Robert Scott Wiven Model Railway, where does Prince Charles keep them? Balmoral, Gloucester or Clarence House? I'm not sure, to be honest, not sure.
Wherever he wants to.
Yeah, maybe he has a duplicate in all three. Tony Wright, black and white is best for atmosphere, very much. Very much. I Like Transport says, I'm back, been walking the dog, welcome back. Norman Rowe, I've got to sound like Queenie from Blackadder. Off with their heads. Has been very, very naughty, Blackadder.
That wasn't anything like Queenie.
Oh, I can't do everybody's
She has a
voice.
very high-pitched voice, remember?
Who's Queen?
That's more like it.
Now that just makes me sound like somebody impersonating the Queen and doing quite badly. Who's Queen?
You're a big
Edmund.
queen.
No, I can't do her voice. She's too
She has a
high.
lisp and a high-pitched voice.
Yes, this. I can do a lisp.
Okay.
Melchi. Oh no.
Okay, next up we have Skipsy Trains.
Excellent. So Skipsy Trains next up. I'm just still going through some of the comments here.
It's okay, I'm just setting up.
New Mills Model Railway says, do you have a Helgen 1361, the saddle tank version? Got one in the post, looking forward to it.
No, it's just the way that she sits.
I've got the Pannier tank version, but it is a really great model, actually. And if anybody's interested, both the Pannier and saddle tank versions that are left at Rails of Sheffield, and now I think they've got 3 different versions left, 2 of the saddle tank, 1 of the Pannier, and they vary between £79.50 and £89.50 each, which is actually a pretty good price. Right.
Ah, I've got the Queen's message here. Her Majesty says that we should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.
Definitely. And by the way, one does like that one would prefer her subjects to go and watch Jenny Kirk on the live stream right now. Chop chop.
I'm not sure that was part of the speech.
I think, to paraphrase, of course. I Like Transport says, oh, I've been watching Skipsy lately. Seems very good. Excellent.
In that case, we've got one to look forward to.
Morris Modelling says, the 1366 pannier. I've got the one with GWR on the sides. I think that's exactly the same as the one I've got. See you later, lettuce trains. Controversial. The Helgen 1361 is trash. Before I go, I'm intrigued because the 1366, which is pretty much on the same chassis, is really good. So I am curious what it is about the 1361 that people are saying isn't very good. Now, I know that Sam's Trains ripped into it, but he also ripped into a few other locos, which I can't see what on earth he was finding to find fault with. And in all honesty, I said that if it wasn't a quality control one, then I didn't find what he was finding wrong with it sincere, in that it wasn't. It felt like he was ripping into it for the sake of ripping into it, if you know what I mean.
We don't want the situation where, because an influential producer says X, Y, and Z's bad because he doesn't like them, that everyone assumes that they are.
Yeah,
that's the danger of being influential, and also deciding that you're going to go for a certain style of.
That
production.
said, I mean, because he said, I don't think he's found a Daypole model that he likes either. And actually, all the Daypole models that I've had have been exemplary. So I am almost tempted to get a 1361 saddle tank loco, just to see what the fuss is about. It has to be said. And that's it, if I find it's utter garbage, then I go, actually, maybe Sam's Trains had a point.
Yeah, the thing is that everyone's got their own opinions, but sometimes they'll mesh.
Right, no worries.
Are we ready for the next video? In the great model show.
Oh, I've got to read this out. Robert Scott, Withen Model Railway says, I like the story about the Queen Mother, who said to one of her flunkies, would you one of you old queens get this old queen a gin and tonic?
That's really good. Okay,
New Mills Model Railway says, I don't take Sam's Trains reviews seriously. I take your reviews a lot more seriously because you're honest. Well, thank you very much. And it's certainly something that I do make sure that, because you undermine your own credibility if you aren't honest in reviews. It's as simple as that. And I do feel worried. I did an Acura scale wagon review of the PFAs in British Fuels livery on Wednesday, and one of the buffers, the spring was missing and it had come out. And I pointed that out in the review, and I do worry that I might have offended ever so slightly Acura scale by not bringing it up. But the wagon scored the highest of any wagons that I've reviewed at all so far. So, I felt being honest was more important than currying favour with a manufacturer. That said, I do get on very well with Fran Burke and Acura Scale. I just hope I haven't annoyed him.
But you've got to be honest.
But I've got to be honest.
You've got no integrity, and that's
definitely.
You don't want to be that person.
Definitely. Is it me, or is it getting really warm?
It's getting warm in here. Shall we move on to the next video?
Certainly, yes. So, who have we got up next?
Webcam and browser, and click on
this is Skipsy. So, we've got Skipsy's Trains up next.
Here we go. Oh, lots of lights. Modern Image, Jen will be like, oh, it's like garlic to you, isn't it? It's your kryptonite. Oh, a nice propeller aircraft in the background. You don't see many of that style anymore.
J. Paul Anderson says, no, but Jenny, you two tend to give extremely high scores. We've talked about this a bit, actually.
Look at the light and shadow there.
That is very nice. But yeah, the high scores, everything that I review kind of goes through a pre-screening process. I don't buy models which I don't think are up to scratch. I just don't, because I'm spending a lot of my own money. So what you're seeing reviewed is generally the kind of stuff that I was already switched onto in the first place.
Something that's already caught your eye. So
yeah, and something that I thought had already passed the initial screening process, shall we say.
Otherwise you just spend all your time reviewing lots of things and getting nothing else done. I like some of the buildings in the background in this one. It's very nicely done.
It is. And I do like, as I said before, I love seeing layouts in progress.
Yes.
And you see you've got a helix there to get up to the higher level. I assume that's what's going on in the background. Nice full-scale length
It'd be nice
train.
to get a shot of that. That would be interesting.
I'd love to see a camera train go through the helix.
Oh, that would be good, yeah.
Is it a helix or a helices?
A singular would be helix.
Yes. And plural, would that be helices?
I believe it would.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't respect proper plurals of Latin originated words. I think helix may be Greek.
You might be right there. I think it is Greek because it doesn't sound like a Latin word.
It's the same as like matrix and matrices.
Yeah, that's Greek.
Helix.
A lot of mathematical terms are going to come from Greek because the majority of
I like the
Western mathematics comes from Greece.
I like the finish on the last loco with the vinyls on it. It really has. Oh, class 707. I see a lot of the modern image stuff I'm not familiar with, but it's nice to see people taking on and building models of things, or at least adapting models into different versions. Certainly plenty of track work.
Let's see the spiral. Let's see it.
The cupboard monkey wants to see the spiral. Come on, behave yourself, cupboard monkey. Oh, I'm gonna end up with a panda eye, but I've got something in my eye and it's driving me insane. Oh.
Be honest, you're already crazy.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do the other eye, so at least I'm gonna have a panda eye. They both match.
What you like?
Like you, only more refined. Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
And it's good use of the space.
Oh, yeah, that's a complex track.
I'm definitely getting a southern
spiral.
vibe. There's the spiral.
Spiral.
Oh, it is. It's going up the spiral.
Oh, that is brilliant.
I do wish that I'd built a spiral.
3 levels.
Yeah, I do wish I'd have built a spiral here, you know. Really do wish.
You didn't have the space gen for all the other stuff you wanted to put in. That is so cool.
Interesting. Flymo Chairman suggests helix derived from Helios, maybe. I'm not sure.
Helios, the sun.
Interesting. Tony Wright says, I like your reviews because you are impartial and give a lesson on fitting a DCC decoder. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated.
I have a feeling this train's going to stop in a second because I can't see any more track. Yep, there. Predicted it. I saw that there was no track and predicted that it would stop. See, I is smart, yo.
Thank you very much, everybody, for your kind words on my reviews. James Pett says, I agree that Jennifer's reviews always seem to be very sensible and thorough. Thank you very much. Robert Scott Wiven Model Railway says, I'm sorry, but Sam's trains lost all credence when he put a loco in a paddling pool.
Still can't believe he did that.
I must admit, it was a Helgen 02 Tango 280, and I'll be honest with you, I looked at it and thought, what are you doing, man? That's a great locomotive. Certainly looks nice.
Well, not just that, but that's wired up to the electric.
12 volt electric.
But who watches his videos?
A lot of children.
Exactly.
I think that the problem he had was that he didn't, he should have realised that there's a lot of people with an axe to grind. The bigger you get on YouTube, the more people grind axes. And it was silly, it was clickbaity, yes. But I think he needed to know that somebody would try and pick fault with the power and the water. And they did.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You've got to remember your audience.
Ben Tullett says, I've just bought the same Hornby J50 as the one you tested. Oh, good on you. Should arrive next week along with a bright yellow Cadbury wagon. I must admit, I have had my eye on those Cadbury wagons.
I'm loving the size of this layout.
Richard Lewis says, your reviews are fair and honest and not picky. Thank you very much. And it's what I aim to do. And, you know, I've always said, I don't buy things which I know I'm not going to like. It just seems wrong and clickbaity to buy something that I know I'm going to rip into.
That is so well done.
That was great. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Skipsy Trains.
The size of that layout is brilliant.
I'm particularly impressed with the helix, actually.
Yeah, you
I
did
do
like
wish that I'd have thought of building a helix in up here.
Come on, we've got to... Where are we not getting any things now?
apparently, just give me a moment.
There we go.
That's the one I can get. That one always seems to. I've
All
got a,
reliable.
and funnily enough, it is. I can normally get that one to work again. So, in the meantime, what I might do is when you put the next video on, then who we got up next?
Next one is our final one. It's Tim Pullen.
So we got Tim Pullen next on the Virtual Model Railway exhibition. Thank you, everybody. It's been great sending in for you to send in these.
This is only 30 seconds long, by the way.
Oh right. So.
So what I'll do is I'll queue up one of yours.
Oh yes.
And we'll go for that. But okay, so we're going to have a look at Tim Pullen.
Cottismore, just quick in your comments. Cottismore says I have a Class 175 3D print en route. Cost me far more than I wish to admit. Unfortunately, that is one of the problems, isn't it? It can get a very expensive hobby, but it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
And Morris Modelling says most post-Steam things don't grab my attention. There's a few that do, but they are either quirky or have linkage. As far as for me, it's all about them conrods and seeing it work. I kind of know what you mean, and I'm finding I'm getting more into the Steam era stuff. But when I say you, I mean the Cupboard Monkey. Cupboard Monkey, do you want to queue up the next one? Let's swap places first, so I can get in. And I want to unplug all of the cameras and reorientate.
No, not that one.
No, that one's fine. That's on a different bus.
I'm joking with you. Right, what have we got? We got blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah.
This one is Tim Pullen. Intermodal train derailment closes rail line. So it's going to be a short one, but I think it'll be fun. So going over to it now, and here we go. In a moment. Everything decided to go slow then. Here we are. Oh,
oh dear.
That's an interesting...
Double-deck container train. So this is the North American outline, I think.
Yeah. Oh, look at that scenery.
I do like the scenery.
That is very nicely done.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a lot
Must have been going at fair old speed to do that.
Oh my goodness.
I like the back scene as well.
Yeah.
So there we are.
That was fun.
Right, we can swap back now. I've swapped all the cameras around.
Well, that's very nice of you.
So
middle wheel yard. Nope.
No.
Still not getting it. Front wheel yard.
Ah, come on.
You've broken it all, haven't you? There we are.
There we go.
Yeah, I just realised I took my hat off.
Oh, so he's got a hat off. Hip, 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 hooray. So we took her hat off and she's...
Very, very gay.
yes, something like that. Right.
It's a nice hat though.
Yeah,
St. Louis Blues, in case anyone was wondering what the musical instrument
when
was.
you went out, somebody did ask about it.
Yeah. St. Louis Blues, they're my hockey team of choice.
Oh, Ian the Train, you're absolutely kind. Sam's Trains doesn't do it for me, but you do it for me, Jen.
Aww.
Coddesmore says it's worth it for something unique, just like my Transport for Wales 67.
Sometimes that is it. You go for unique, it does cost a bit, but sometimes, you got to think, well, it's a one-off, isn't it?
Oh, I like this comment. Charleston Eastgate says, you can't build a Helix, Jen. You'll have nowhere to store Les.
That is true.
J94 says, there are many trains I want to get myself, such as the J50, BT Well Tank, maybe an Oxford Rail N7. I've got all three of those, and actually they are pretty good. And, if you want to see me ripping into a model, the Oxford Rail N7, I got a quality control fail, which rather annoyed me a little bit when it first came out. So that and the...
it's running at the moment, isn't it?
The replacement runs just fine.
Yeah.
And we're all squared away with Oxford Rail. They said that actually what it told them was that there was an issue and they needed to fix it, and give them credit. They did go and fix it. So hopefully the newer versions don't have the same fault, which that one fell foul to. And from what I've heard on Internet Fora, a number of other people got the same issue. Oh, my hair's gone.
But everything's squared off now and it's fine.
Yeah, and actually it's a really great loco. The BT Well Tank is a pretty good one as well. And what was the other one that you listed there? J50. I've got 3 J50s and they are really good. And they're currently on sale. So Rails of Sheffield, Hattons, I believe Kernow Model Centre as well. Probably a few other places have got them at a really favourable price. So actually now is a really good time to pick them up. Oh, and a Ruston 48 and 00 gauge. Again, Rails of Sheffield have got them at about 64.50. So pretty good price. John PW22 just tuned in, review a bit, and saw 4 packets on a train. Oh, there they go again. Brilliant. You're absolutely welcome. I've got quadruple heading my Southern Region Green Mark 1 train. And the whole reasoning behind this was that we kind of had a shunters theme going. And a single W4 packet would just sit there and spin. So I've added 4 just for the heck of it, and certainly it's very sure-footed going round, I must say, because it's effectively an 044440, so it's like a super Garrett in a way. Norman Rowe, Jenny and Zoe, love you guys, thanks for keeping me sane, you're absolutely welcome, keep up the great work, thanks very much. Gotta go, bye community, take care all, you take care too, it's been great having you in today. J94, highly likely going to try and get a Hornby Ruston 48 or a Peckett. Actually, Rails of Sheffield, I know I keep saying this, but I've seen a lot of the offers coming through on Rails of Sheffield because they do tell me about them. So offers may be available elsewhere as well. Do check, do support your local model shop as well, especially if they're doing mail order. In this time of crisis, you can help them by supporting them as well. But they've got the B2 packets for, I think it's $89.50. But the Ruston 48DS is at $64.50, and they are pretty keen prices. So, what are we looking at now? What happened to?
We're looking at the live stream.
What's wrong? I'm just wondering why you're going into my emails.
Because there is one more that I forgot to link.
Right. So you just sent it through. Right. So we got one more that we didn't realise that we had. I'm going to pinch some of your.
Through yet.
I'm going to pinch some of your coat.
So we're still looking at Weary Yardy. She's pinching all my drink. That one doesn't seem to want to come up. Middle Weir Yard.
Back Weir Yard. It's really like it's starting to do its special dance of death, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, hold on. Right, I'm going to go Old Faithful.
Old Faithful has deserted us.
It has as well.
Oh no.
We seem to be getting that one.
The upper yard's still here, so maybe we should just go with the upper yard.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
The first one.
That one we can get.
Back to the first one.
And there, we've forced that one back.
Okay, well let's leave it on.
I do like that one because it shows the mountains and Les's scenery. Get down, Les. You're supposed to be hiding under the baseboards. Right, Ben Tullett says, loving the packets. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I do like the packets as well, and I don't get to run them all that often, so in a way it's kind of nice to have that rake of coaches behind the 4 packets. I do have a 5th W4 packet, but it's not currently DCC fitted, so it can't really go on that train. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Skipsy Train says the helix is 3rd radius curve, so actually it's not too tight. Flymo Shaman 1 says Pure Les, I hope he's being well fed down there and keeping well.
Nope.
Yes, he is. We're feeding him Irish coffee and he's grand.
And that's what we're telling the Geneva Convention people. Mark
Holt asks, what is the 08, please? Make, loco, name. It is a Hornby Super Detail Class 8. It is called Piccadilly. And it's... I'm just seeing... Which one is it? 08673. It was in the Hornby catalogue about 3 years ago, something like that.
Right, we've got one final video, and this one's from Bernadette Radnell, and it's a brake van train.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna move over to that if you're finished with the comments.
No, and just let me get up to date.
Sure.
Huey's train layout. Just bought an Oxford rail. Which Oxford rail did you buy?
All of it.
Certainly, I've actually they're pretty good value, I have to say. Belmont Junction says, "Yep, support all the local model shops because they need our support."
Now more than ever. My goodness.
Very much so. Ian Helpers, I do too, explains things very. Oh, we're talking about somebody else's channel. Morris Modelling, £64 for a Ruston. Fingers crossed the price stays till Tuesday as I want a second Ruston. Definitely. So Rails of Sheffield. Now, they may be available cheaper elsewhere, but certainly I found them through Rails of Sheffield. And actually, if you find my review video, it's got the links. And if you buy them through the affiliate links, it doesn't cost you anymore, but it does help me out because I get a tiny percentage. Belmont Junction says, "Jenny, I hope you're not drinking in charge of locos. Guilty as charged." Ronald Morritt, another great show, ladies. Really enjoying it. Thank you very much.
That's what we like to hear.
J94, Jenny, if you could, would you buy an 060 packet from Hornby? I already have. I've got the NCB Blue B2, so I do already have one. Right, are we going for the last video that was submitted?
Bernadette Radnell, it's brake vans. So
brilliant.
So
brake van train from Bernadette Radnell.
And here we are.
So let's have a look. 1, 2.
It's a fair amount of them.
Oh no, that's wagons.
Oh
in
right,
front.
sorry.
There you are. It's a Bagnall shunter with you've got the Midland Railway, Bachman one. I do like that one.
Oh, nice bit of ballasting there.
Definitely.
So it's a one in progress, which is always nice to see.
2 brake fans, but everybody starts somewhere. So that
was quite
good.
short. Oops.
So did they send you the actual video file?
They did, yeah.
But it came through.
Yeah, I have to say to people, don't send me that stuff because
when you're sending videos, send the URL to your YouTube account, or if you've got it in Dropbox.
Because I've only got so much space in my account.
Yeah, so we've just got to be ever so careful because otherwise everything trips out. So that keeps moving.
So there we are. Right.
Let's see, can we get any of these other views back?
Nope. It's Weir Yard after dark.
Yeah.
It's a night vision.
That is really annoying.
Yeah. Just go back to the roving cam.
Oh.
Well, you're on.
That camera we can get up for some reason, and we can get the roving cam, and we can get the mountain cam. What are you doing?
I was hoping to get the primary one, but it doesn't seem to want to work.
What, Weir Yard Prime?
Yeah, it doesn't want to bring your camera up.
No, it's
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello everybody. So, did you say you have? There is a video of Grove Street Yard operating.
Yes, we've got Groovy Street Yard.
Didn't we watch that last? Yeah, we did actually. But what about that? Running on the Garden Railway video that I showed you last time. Got long trains running on Shed and Garden Railway or something like that.
I'll see what I can find.
So let's have a look. Right. Charleston Eastgate. Robertson says, "Is your caps lock broken?" Robertson says, "How about next week? Work trains and speciality cars." Certainly, if you've got videos, then certainly, yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, the top one.
Oakley dokley.
You want to cue that up?
Mark
Rice. Hi, Jen and Zoe. Hi, Jen and Zoe. If you don't tell the truth about trains and rolling stock with problems, the manufacturers won't fix problems. Thanks.
Yep.
That is true, but a lot of these models, there's no inherent problem with them, I have to say. Nobody goes out of their way to make a rubbish model, and if you actually speak candidly to pretty much all the manufacturers, they say the same. You know, they all put a lot of effort into the models, and I think they find it quite crushing when people criticise stuff just for no just reason, because it can affect sales, and you know it can destroy a company with a bad review.
If you're a big enough influencer, yes. And that's, yeah, it's like Spider-Man. With great power becomes great responsibility.
Huey's train there says, don't know name, Jenny, but covered in green army camo.
Who is?
Are we talking about the... I think I've come in halfway through the comment. I think I'm talking about the Ruston 48DS. It's number 802 in the Army livery. I think they are still on offer. Tony Wright says, I have been learning about Dropbox so I can send a video in.
Dropbox is good, yeah.
What's that noise?
One of those.
It felt like it vibrated through the floor.
Not that I can think of. Right, did you want to show the garden cam?
Yes, Kevicus first says, what 00 track for going outdoors, Jenny? Pico Streamline, but don't get anything other than the wooden sleepered Pico Streamline, because otherwise I don't think it's UV resistant if you use the bib lock, the steel sleepered or the concrete sleepered versions, just to warn you. Right, we have a final layout. Have you actually brought it up and put it on the right?
Yeah.
So what we've got going on now, you were messing about with the roving cam, weren't you? I didn't spot you doing that. So what you should be seeing on the screen is my old garden layout. And this is the Trinity Road garden extension. Yeah, Ian Ryan says, Zoe is right about bad reviews. I dislike Top Gear for the constant bad reviews of Rover, and they went out of business. Yeah, that's the thing. You can destroy a company. You can destroy people's livelihoods. And I think at the end of the day, it's something that Ken Patterson, who does the What's Neat This Week podcast, big influential model railroader in the US, said. He says, you know, you can't be thoughtless in the way you criticize these things, because otherwise you can destroy companies, and actually the modeler is the end loser in those situations.
Yeah, if they're gone, you don't get any more.
Definitely.
So we've got a lot of bright lights, and you know, yeah, I love the camera work on these. Your camera person is just from top notch.
Yes,
and the editing too.
yes, and these days I just delegate to you. But this is what I mean about on the garden railways, and there you can see. There's my Ron Stanbridge. There's my girder bridge, which is now up here in Weir Yard. That girder bridge, and the Meccano bridge is still out in the garden, but has O gauge. It's been relocated, but you get some really great long-running trains. I really enjoyed having the garden railway. On a day like you see there in the video, it does work so well. Ian Ryan says, I do like the blue and grey coaches. Yeah, some of my favourites as well. Melchester Model Railway, how did you power the outdoor section, Jenny? Did you have a bus or use the rail joiners for connectivity? I wired bridging wires past the rail joiners. You still need the rail joiners to have a gap for heat contraction and because the rails do contract and expand, so you still need the rail joints. But to bridge the gaps, I had loops of wire soldered around them. Manthony 1956, some trains are built to a price point, just like the toy unit you gifted your nephew. Manufacturers used to produce low-cost models with limited details. Some still do. Consider the intended market. Yeah, definitely. Which is why I reviewed the Paddington plastic toy set very highly. It isn't aimed at us. It's aimed at a different market. And it was one of the things that Hornby, Simon Kohler, said to me afterwards. He said, you were the first reviewer that just got what the intended market was. And that, you have to think, how will the people from the intended market view this?
I had a lot of fun with that when we were running around the floor.
Definitely. Ben David says, thanks for the streaming. You're absolutely welcome. Mark Holt says, just found the 08 Piccadilly for £45. Tempted. Make sure it's the modern Super Detail one and not a previous Railroad version. You can tell because the Super Detail one has outside frames and the Railroad version has inside frames. Just do check that out. Tony Wright says, I watched a video on Scale Trains channel on how their trains are made in their Chinese factory. It was fascinating to see the attention to detail. Very much so. I'd love to try and get out to Hong Kong once all this coronavirus stuff has passed. Maybe see if a manufacturer would invite me out to actually do a video on how these things are actually made, just to give people a better inside feel for everything. Ian the Train says, nice blue period layout, missed introduction to who it belongs to. This was my garden layout. It is no more. It has been dismantled.
We're now looking at the past.
Very much. So this is an older video of my garden railway, which we thought that we would we'd show you just to round off this virtual model railway exhibition, or at least to round off the exhibits in this virtual model railway exhibition. Christopher Bolivar says, I just subscribed. Thank you very much. Always very much appreciated. Glad that you're enjoying the stream. Robert Scott Wiven Model Railway says, I think that Hornby Railroad versions are good value for money. Their Railroad Plus are even better. Definitely, definitely. Jonesy Tyne and Weird Transport says, hi Jenny, how's you doing? Are you enjoying playing with trains on this lockdown? Yeah, and I'm doing a few of the projects, so you'll see as the days go on, we get other videos coming through. So I'm not just playing trains, as it were, I'm doing a lot of other serious stuff. And you'll also see I've just filmed something for Hornby as well, for their YouTube channel. So do look out for that as well. Don't know when it's going to go up. Belmont Junction says, it was a good size, Jenny. Yeah, the garden layout went all the way round the top end of my garden. And then it connected back into the shed. I've got some videos where it's like camera wagons going round, which is really nice as well. Maybe we'll find them for next week and add them into the actual virtual model railway exhibition. Morris Modelling says, you see, I wish Hornby would do some of the older Triang stuff in the railroad range, like the 101 DMU, but upgraded like the Hornby Lima Class 42. Unfortunately, a lot of the older models, the tooling was junked by the previous management, which was very tragic, and it has left Hornby with a much depreciated back catalogue of models that they can make. Chris Whittingham says, have to go now, bye all, keep safe. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been really great to have your company, and hopefully see you next week. Ian the Train says, thanks Jen, that looks very good. Thank you very much. And Christopher Bolivar says, you're welcome. Thank you very much as well. Mark Holt says, it's the RO54. Don't know if that's railroad or super detailed. Not sure which model that is. Ian Ryan says, tidy bit of brickwork pillar. I made them. Yeah, I laid the bricks for those. And they are still there in the garden. Some of them are visible as built a wall between them and then backfilled afterwards with soil. So they're still visible as upright brick piers within a wall. Others are completely buried. You can't see them anymore. Belmont Junction says, I've seen your earlier videos when you had them running in the snow. Yeah, that actually surprised even me that they were able to do that.
I was surprised as well.
Jonesy Tyne and Weird Transport says, are you still doing O-gauge railway? Yeah, in the garden. Basically, what you're seeing on the screen at the moment has been replaced with a ground level O-gauge layout, which I re-landscaped the garden. So built it up, put in a rockery, lots of stuff going on.
At some point we'll get some power out there so you can do a video.
Robert Scott, Wiven Model Railway, says, how many on here don't fix detail packs? I'll be honest with you, I tend not to for a lot of cases. They're there if you want them, but you don't have to. And I think a lot of the detail, it doesn't, it's not really a big issue if you don't fit them. There's odd bits of detailing. Sometimes I'll fit things like vacuum hoses, but other bits of detail, quite often I don't. Aiden's Railway says, what did you use as ballast on the garden railway? I used the same sand that I used in up here in the loft on Weir Road, which is a kiln-dried paving sand from B&Q. But I mixed it, a 50-50 mix, with cement powder, and then I ballasted it, and then sprayed it over with a mist of water. And of course, then that causes the cement to set, and so it all set quite hard. John A. Dawson says, hello Jenny and Zoe, just dropping by for a quick moment to watch your virtual model railway for today. Missed most of it. Don't worry about that. The video goes up and it stays live at the end of the session, and that means that you can dip in and out, re-watch it anytime you want. And we've had some great models on today. We're just finishing off with one that is sadly no more. This is from the Jenny Kirk Monday Club archives. It was Trinity Road Garden Railway extension. It's all been demolished and redone out there in the garden now, but we still have the memories in the form of these videos, and you can see that a garden layout in Double O gives such opportunity for long scale length trains.
You used to love doing the longest railways you could, didn't you?
Yeah, and because the size of the shed, that was the only way I could actually run trains of that kind of length. So it was something that I really did enjoy running, and it was double track all the way out there. Just dragging a leaf there.
I did wonder what that was.
Yeah. So what it meant was that you know I could run 2 trains round the shed, or I could switch them to run round the garden as well.
Which was me anymore.
No, because we're going to be rounding off in the next 5 minutes. We're coming up on 3 hours. Robert Ward says, really appreciate your live stream. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget that we've got the YouTube program guide for live stream events on the website. The Cupboard Monkey's just going to post that into the chat. And that gives you an idea of whose live streams are on and when. And there's a lot of stuff there. We've got a lot of the US-based ones as well. So
anytime, day or night, there's something for you to do.
So for those of you based in sort of UK and Europe, you'll get the US streams during the night, and vice versa as well. So we've got some really great stuff on there. Do check out some of the other channels and subscribe to them too. Give them your support, and we're all going to get through this lockdown, because the community is very much pulling together to actually provide entertainment. And it's really important because it's so easy to get cabin fever, to go stir crazy, and I think that stuff like the live streams are a great way to get together with like-minded people online. Davil says, thanks for your regular dose of sanity, sorely needed. You're absolutely welcome. Richard Swidiski, build a helix to the garden. Loved the stream today. Thank you very much. Oh dear. That's quite an ask to get a helix down to the garden, and it would have to go down the outside of the house. And just as I don't let you have your TARDIS porch,
I want a TARDIS porch.
No,
I think it would be amazing. No, can I just have a normal TARDIS then with a Can I? If I dig a cellar, can I put a TARDIS model in it?
Yeah, you can dig it then.
Yes. You heard it here first, guys. She's letting me dig a cellar.
Yeah. McBenman1 says, hello again, Jenny. Hi to you. You're just coming in right at the end. Don't worry, you can catch up on everything. After the stream, this all gets processed up as a regular video on YouTube. New Mills Mother Railway says, a live stream in the summer on the O-Gauge Railway would be cool. I like that idea. We should have like a summer barbecue. We'll sort something out. I think, obviously we'll get Les out from under the floor.
We could actually do that now. We could have a live stream direct from the garden.
This time of night it's dark out there.
No. What I'm thinking is maybe a Sunday afternoon sometime. If the lockdown goes on till the weather's a bit warmer, we could have an impromptu barbecue live stream. We could get the equipment out there. It wouldn't be too much of an issue.
Kevicus first says no, do the porch. She just wants to. I think you could have a potting shed in the shape of the TARDIS. I'd let you do that.
I'm holding you to let me dig a
actually?
cellar.
Can you actually buy an actual TARDIS? Do they ever come up for sale?
No. I'm holding you to let me have a cellar.
Because they were made of concrete, weren't they?
Not the props.
No, the real ones.
The real ones are just broken down.
What were they made of? Concrete?
Yeah, a lot of them are made of concrete.
So they just like smashed them up?
Probably, yeah. They weren't...
There's not like a big yard somewhere full of them.
No. It's a bit the same thing as everything else.
So here's a question for you, you Whovian you. When was the last one removed from the streets? Because I know there's a few that still exist. But when was the last one actually taken away and destroyed? At the point where they thought, actually, maybe we should keep these.
I don't know.
Belmont Junction said, where is Les? Les is isolating at home, actually, but...
and if you want to see him ever again, send £2 million in non-sequential £5 notes.
Something like that. So big up to Les. Don't forget to check out his eBay channel. And don't forget as well, if you want to support the channel, you can check us out over at Patreon. And I'm sure the Cupboard Monkey will post a link to my Patreon, hint hint. And you can pledge as little or as much as you want to, and that helps us be able to keep up the red hot maximum.
Patreon link is now on screen, patreon.com/JenniferKirk.
And you know, you can get hold of all of the lovely jubbly things that we give to Patreons. This beer's making me go forgetful, so this is the beverage of choice. You guys all take really great care of yourself. We're going to round up the stream now. It's been another great virtual Model Railway exhibition. Don't forget to send in your clips, your links to your videos, I should say. Don't actually attach the video, otherwise you'll just break the email system.
Yeah, I'll cry because I'll not be able to get any of my work emails.
Yeah, but send us the URL and we'll look forward to showing some of those videos on next week's virtual Model Railway exhibition, which will be at the usual time, 6 o'clock in the evening. And don't forget as well that the Jenny Monday Club will be on as per normal tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Absolutely.
And this is British summertime, which is GMT +1. So those of you in other time zones, you're wanting what would be... So what would that be?
GMT +1.
So basically 6 o'clock GMT, which is 7 o'clock British summertime. So looking forward to having your company then. Until then, stay safe, keep out of harm's way, and don't forget to check out some of those other live streams.
And remember to click that like button.
Definitely. So this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take really good care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Now comes the awkward bit where we try and find the button.
See you later.